Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. We are kicking off a brand new campaign today for the Mothership RPG. I'm titling it A Pound of Flesh after the excellent A Pound of Flesh support module for Mothership. The characters, or should I say the players, and I sat together last week and we designed a ship. They are flying a 100-year-old, well, 100 plus year old blockade runner called the Zero Credibility. Um, It's a bit smaller than the modern models, but it's tried and true. Comes with its own series of Android. So there's always an Android with the ship. It does, of course, have jump capability. Um, Also differing from typical blockade runners, this one has had some upgrades made to the weapon systems. You guys have added, or not, maybe, sorry, I should say you guys. Somebody before you purchased the ship has added a railgun, which is mounted access through the command deck. It has to be manned. It cannot be operated by the ship's computer. But yeah, you do have a nice, big, powerful gun sitting, I imagine, kind of on atop your ship. Um, yeah. So, introducing your current situation, you had intercepted a communication coming from um, a powerful corporation, well, powerful, I should say, a very influential, wealthy corporation out of core space. They're trying to contact a science vessel called the Lima, um, and not getting any response. They have dispatched a ship to go and investigate the last known location of the Lima. In fact, what they believe to be the current location of the Lima, but and to find out why it has stopped moving and is no longer responding to communications. You guys happen to be flying in a very nearby sector of space to where the Lima has reportedly suffered whatever ailment has befallen her. And you know that can get there with even with your jump one drive hours before any kind of official response can show up. Seeing it as an opportunity to perhaps make some money, um, you have the indication from the urgency and the communications of the corporation that the Lima has some kind of very valuable cargo. You guys have decided to go and check it out for yourselves. And so 13 has put you all safely into your cryo chambers, and you've all entered cryo sleep while the ship makes its jump. Now, 13, John. Actually, I shouldn't start that precedent because I'm not going to remember everybody's player names along with the characters yet. Not until I get my overlay updated anyway. But yeah, 13, why don't you go ahead and describe what you're doing as the ship comes out of hyperspace and it's time to wake the crew.
13 is creeping about the ship, doing his normal rounds, always going left, not right. Whenever they're in cryo, he's naked because it's just easier that way.
Okay.
And he's just going around making sure that all the vitals are properly maintained because human lives are very important to 13.
Okay, so you're in the cryo chamber.
Correct.
Okay, and you're currently naked.
Of course.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, the vitals of your, let me see here. We have what, 6 human crew members aboard at the moment. Are all good. And the first to wake up is the ship's pilot, Donahue, who is, I know this one is being played by Rusty. So, Rusty, why don't you go ahead and describe Donahue as she wakes up in her cryopod?
Is she nude? Do we sleep in these things naked?
I wouldn't think so necessarily. No, that
Okay. Well,
not
thir-
from all the.
she's just got on her like sleeping suit, right? Her little onesie, and 13 sees a tattoo on my shoulder of like a blue and yellow gecko.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit up. You see my picture here. She told the crew she's 29, but you all did think that was her real age. from her looks. I would get up, open my foot locker, start to get dressed.
"13 will have whatever the crew require when they first wake up, be it coffee, water, or syrup, whatever."
Oh yeah, I'll take some syrup, 13.
"Grape or cherry, ma'am?"
Oh, always grape. Thought I told you.
"You must forgive us. We are old."
So I would just get dressed and then pull out my long distance radio. I'll turn it on.
You're muted.
Yeah, those are for like planet to ship or or ship to station kind of communications. But
Okay, so dead air.
at the moment, Dr. Velke is waking. Why don't you go ahead and describe Dr. Velke, Bob?
Right. Dr. Bogdan Velke is a short, stout, semi-balding man with like large, frameless 70s style glasses, stubby little fingers with little like solder burns and like bits of what's it like deep black like powder marks burned into his hands and like little scars on his knuckles and like a tiny, I think I imagine a tiny scar through one of his eyebrows. And every time he wakes up from cryo sleep, it's like he is just barely surviving an incident of drowning. Like he shoots out of the is it container? Shoots out of the container and is like, oh, and sees 13 and goes, Robot, coffee, please. Every time that gets me. Every time I do not like it. I would please like some coffee before I get to work.
"I have your coffee ready, doctor."
Thank you, 13. I appreciate it. Muted.
At about this time, Nut will start to come out of his cryopod.
Newt
Sorry,
Svalbard.
Newt. Yeah, I knew that.
So, also known as Chief Svalbard, Teamster expert in ship engineering. Hate coming out of this every time. And Android 13, I know what you can offer me. Tea, coffee, forget it. In my box, I've got my bottle of vodka. So I take my shot of vodka because I hate every time that we have. I know I get my stuff together. I put on my little engineering pack, hand welder, laser cutter, bioscanner, and get ready to go down to engineering. And, here I am, on another ship, a ship that I love, but she drives me nuts. Yep, but I'm stuck with these scientists and Marines. But that's the way it is. So off I go down to the engineering section.
Okay, very good. Dr. Albright. Barry.
So Sam Albright, he's in his late 50s, kind of tall, gaunt. He got this intense look. He's the ship's doctor. He's the only real doctor on board. Although on occasion he's been mistaken for an android. He likes tea when he comes out of his sleep, and sometimes he adds a little bit of whiskey to that himself.
Doctor, your tea is ready as prescribed. Wink.
Thank you very much. 13. It's-
Muted.
And then Charnes will wake up and start to move out of his cryo.
He climbs out of his cryo a bit slowly. He's getting older at this point for a Marine, certainly. Been through a few too many combat missions. He's always claiming he's going to retire after this one, but for some reason finds an excuse never to. He gets out and stands up, puts on his vest a little slowly, noticing that it's tighter around the waist than it was before. Sighs a little bit and then heads off down to the weapons station.
Would that be the railgun specifically, or are you going the autocannon and the machine gun turrets are on the cargo deck?
He likes the big gun, so he's going to pick the big gun.
It's also the only one that has to be manually operated, and it's on the command deck, so that's an advantage as well, I suppose. Excellent.
13 would have put his clothes on in between all of this.
Okay, so 13's been getting dressed. Good. What does he wear? Like just a jumpsuit kind of thing, or?
Whatever's appropriate for the ship's uniform.
Yeah, I think space jumpsuits are pretty appropriate. Yeah.
Space jumpsuit it is.
Mm-hmm. Last to wake is Guru.
Yeah, so I guess Lou is going to be the last one to wake up from cryo sleep. And he's just, in his usual fatigues, standard issue 49th Orbital Defense Squadron. And he puts on his old dog tags, even though they aren't relevant anymore because he was dishonorably discharged. And I guess the first person he sees is the android, right?
Yeah, makes
Indeed,
sense.
with a cup marked whatever would be appropriate to the character.
Straight black coffee, thank you very much.
Excellent. So as you're all awaking, I don't want to call it an alarm, but I guess it would be an alarm. The proximity alarm starts to go off. Not any kind of a danger situation, just saying that you are approaching another ship. So the ship's computer, I suppose, would probably yeah. So the proximity alarm will go off, just like a klaxon type thing to signify that you're approaching. It could be a ship, it could be a station, it could be a planet, whatever, but it means 13 that the ship is programmed to be approaching the Lima anyway. So
Pilot, I believe you are up.
What was the request? I'll head towards the deck.
yep. So you start heading up to the bridge. So the cryo chamber is on the personnel deck, which is basically deck 2, the command deck being deck 1. So you just go straight out of the cryo into the hall on the right. There is down the hall to the right, I should say, on the way towards the med bay is the hatch, which leads up to the command deck. Once you get up to the top there, the railgun is on your left. All the way down the end of the right is the bridge. So you head down to the bridge. You get there, and you can see, at the ship's controls, you can see the it's not radar. What's it called in space? There's another word for it. Whatever it is, anyway. Essentially the space radar, showing you that yes, you are approaching a science vessel. It is registered as the Lima. It is currently floating dead in space. No sign of any distress signal.
13 will stay behind and refit each cryo chamber to have it prepared to reinsert the oh so valuable humans in the future.
Understood.
So Donahue is just going to be up there and she's gonna be deciding the best approach. She's thinking maybe we fly and park ourselves directly over it.
Yep. Well, first thing you could do, it would be to maybe hail it and
It-
scan it. That would probably be your
Yes, that
standard
sounds good.
procedure. So hails go unresponded. There's no response. When you run a scan, it only takes a matter of seconds. You can see that life support is still functioning. There is a breathable atmosphere on the ship. However, you're reading 0 life signs. There is 1 accessible airlock on the upper deck. It looks to be a 2-deck vessel. Pretty small science vessel.
13, are you in here? I look around.
He's not. He's down in the cryo chamber still. You can ping him from the bridge. At
I'll
the
ping
moment, you're the only
13.
person on the bridge, I believe.
13 is pinged and instantly recognizes that he needs to be somewhere. And he runs through the ship with his arms flying behind him in a very awkward stance.
All
Because he
right.
doesn't move like everybody else.
I guess I will follow that robot while sipping on my coffee.
Fair enough. Lou follows.
Yeah, I think Bogdan would be making his way up to the bridge already because he
Okay.
likes scavenging things.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Albright will be heading that way too.
Very good. Newt has already reported to the railgun. He's ready for trouble. So once you get up there, Newt, you can charge it up. It only doesn't take too long. It takes like a round for it to be ready.
No, I think I've gone down to engineering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Newt went to engineering. Who was it that went
Charns,
to?
I
Charns.
promise.
I apologize. It'll take me a minute to get the names straight. All I have is images, and like you guys have, character 1, character 2, 4, etc. Sorry, yeah. Charns has gone to the railgun, and Newt is in engineering. Everything seems fine in engineering. You know, you guys are at about 50% fuel capacity at this stage. But the engines are all running fine. When you get down there, you're quite relieved at the comfortable, recognizable pulsing of the engines. You can see that the jump engine has powered down completely and is in a resting state. All the readings on it also seem to be normal. There didn't seem to be any kind of anomalies during your jump.
Okay, I report that back to the bridge.
Yeah.
And to listen to what the plan is, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, you open a channel so you can just listen into the bridge. That would make sense.
I turn to the Marine that's here, and I say, "Have you boarded ships? How many ships have you boarded?"
That's you, Lou.
Oh, wasn't sure if it was me or
Yeah,
Charles.
you guys have all arrived on the bridge about this time. So
Okay. 1 or 2 times. Simulations, trainings. Can be a little unexpected going in there. But just focus on lining her up straight. Got it?
All right. And Donahue's going to sit down at the pilot chair and then tap the seat next to her. 13. Just help guide me in.
13 will enter the bridge area and stand uncomfortably close to whoever it was that pinged him.
yeah,
Lean in.
It was Donahue.
He's going to lean into Donahue and, what is it you need me to do?
Just want you to observe the best pilot you've seen in quite some time on this ship.
So you want me to observe you?
Fully, yes, as I do this.
I am observing.
He is observing. Okay.
So I put on some type of headset that goes with the steering controls.
Okay.
And I am an expert on vehicle stabilization.
Vehicle specialization, right? You have blockade runner specialization, yeah.
And then I'll do a is that speed?
Okay, you want to make a roll? You gonna do something fancy?
I want to
pull it
roll
up?
to yeah, it's like pull up. Like, you guys want me to get as close as I can?
Well, we want to make connection with the airlock, right, to board.
Bogdan would be like, Captain, that is a tasty piece of treasure. Please bring us close. I want to inspect it.
Isn't
Okay.
it more efficient for the ship's computer to dock with another ship?
So you're gonna make the roll. It's gonna be your speed plus your vehicle specialization. So what
So
is your
that's
speed?
it's a plus 15. Oh, I'm sorry. My speed is 35.
So
I
add
think
15.
the
that brings it to
question
50.
I think
There-
the question was, does the ship lock itself in, or does it require us
Yeah.
to do
It
it?
can, but he wants to show off.
Very
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm sorry. She wants to show off. Apologies.
Right, Donna wants to show off. Okay,
Donna
Donna.
wants to show off. Not so much Rusty. Donna wants to show off.
It's very.
I rolled 34.
efficient.
Okay, yeah. So she pulls up. She does like a little kind of corkscrew little motion as she swings it up and pulls it up in perfect alignment to attach the umbilical to the airlock.
Now, 13. Tell me I'm the best, and please put on your suit.
13 takes a little smiley sticker, because he keeps a bunch of them on hand, and he puts the smiley sticker right on the helm. Well done. What suit do you require me to wear?
Doctors,
Yes.
put on your exploration suit, right? Or for 13?
13
you-
requires no suit.
Very well.
Perhaps it would be useful to have mag boots on, just in case we need to go outside on the hull. I forget, 13, do you have magnet boots?
The ship has magnet boots. Yes, I am part of the ship.
Very good, then perhaps you should bring those. I will get into my vac suit as one of the doctors that you mentioned just then, who will be doing work very shortly. Aye, aye, Captain.
That's
Dr.
not
Albright.
necessary. The captain is necessary, but not the II.
Noted.
Dr. Albright, the only doctor, the only real doctor on board, will go down and get some medical equipment and prepare to accompany the boarding party.
Okay.
All right. I guess I should get the boarding party together. Is Charn still with the railgun?
Yeah, but he's realized we're not going to be shooting the railgun now, so he'll go get some weapons from wherever the armory is, if we have an armory area, and then head to the docking port.
13. When I did that scan earlier, did you receive all of the signals even though you weren't here as being part of the ship?
We have all the information at hand now. Yes.
Tell me, in that report, was there any other? Do you know anything about the android on this ship? I don't know if it's a thing all ships have, right?
All ships require a functioning android to operate correctly.
In order to travel through hyperspace, yes.
Was that on there? 13?
We will check the data.
What do you want to do? Do you want to check some kind of information on the
Well, I know like
computer 13?
there was.
Yeah, maybe there's something like an AIS, an identifier, whether there's an active android on board.
Okay, gotcha.
So he'll send over a ping via the computer.
Yeah, so you're basically trying to find out if there's an android registered to the Lima, and
And
you're
if
going to
it-
find that information is protected behind some pretty intensive corporation firewalls, as are all like personnel. It's basically listed with personnel files for the crew of the ship.
The information
Do
you,
you,
re-
want,
the
do you want to try to
information you
hack
re-
them?
right.
Who's got computer skill?
Um,
I'm
Sure.
sorry, were you talking about Dr. Bogdan Velki?
Perhaps.
I have computer skill a little bit.
13 has computer skills as well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably better than mine.
Hack away, boys.
What's your intellect?
My intellect with the scientist bonus is 43, and I have a skill point in computer, so it would be 53.
Do you have any points in hacking?
No, I
Computers-
don't.
Computers won't.
Okay, then 43.
Okay,
So not great.
gotcha. What about you, 13? What's your intellect, and do you have hacking?
13 does not currently have hacking,
Mhm.
but he has a high IQ, but always willing to let the humans step forward and show their superiority.
Okay. So, Dr. Velke, you want to give it a try? You want to try to hack this corporation server to get the personnel files?
Sure.
Okay.
Less than 50% chance sounds great. I'm not trying to have pissing contest with your robot. I don't even think that's what you do. It's just, I sit down, I do my best.
Is there any way to give assistance so that he can roll with advantage?
No. Not for this kind of hacking.
Very well.
Okay, I do my best. I see what, I do know a couple of things. So I got to roll under 43.
Mhm.
Fingers crossed. Oh, that's not bad. That's a 10.
You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. You get access to the information. You want to check the Android registry. Is that correct?
I believe that's what the captain wanted. Yes.
I come up, you feel my like hand come up behind you, like on your hair, and ruffle it.
Ah, captain.
Yeah, we need to know the name, what it's designed.
Yes, I do
Anything.
think.
What are you seeing?
I think I can
This
find out
looks like-
everything.
Click on that.
Can I find out everything?
Can you find out what the cargo was?
Let me see here. I was looking for something, but I did not
Gotcha.
find it.
I'm sorry, 13. I've been instructed to find out about that ship's android first, but cargo's not a bad idea to figure out.
I thought I had it here. Must be in supplemental. Here we go. Okay. So the ship's android, it has a single android. It was made. Check something here. It was made by Bioflect Generative Convergence. And its name is, BFGC 17.
Big fucking god something. 13, is that-
responds to Biff.
Are you familiar with this maker, 13?
Yes.
Okay.
BF. BF. It's a scary name for a robot.
Biff.
Typically one finds that the androids do not choose their own names.
Right. It's even scarier then because person named it BF, but there's really complex series of numerals. So it is most likely scary joke about big robot.
So the Lima is a small but expensive science vessel captained by Kasper Kozlovsky.
Oh, we're gonna have to bring
crew
this
chief-
ship to.
Crew
We're
chief
gonna.
Charlie Ribeiro and head scientist Folushade Abu.
Sorry, what was that name again?
Folushade Abu. I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you.
There you go. It's in the Zoom chat.
So that's captain, crew chief, and head scientist.
Yeah, actually, if you want, I'll spell the captain's name too because it's Polish. So it's
I did just guess, and probably badly.
and the crew chief was Charlie Ribeiro.
Oh, yeah, I misspelled all of that.
You look to see what their current mission is, right? Is that what you were saying? You wanted to?
Yeah, pretty much everything we can get out of it, but also specifically what cargo they might be carrying.
Mission classified. Cargo
Okay.
classified.
Weird.
Value extreme.
They've got that in the ship now. It's all classified, but if you do find this, very expensive stuff.
It probably doesn't say, yes, the cargo is expensive, but there's got to be something in there that highlights
would
it as
probably-
being extremely valuable.
Listen. In an esteemed doctor like Bogdan Velki would see all of these signs and go, "Yes, this is where the money is."
Actually,
I know.
you rolled a 10 on your hacking, right?
I did a very good job.
You find a note, like an editorial note that somebody has added to this file, right? That you hadn't seen before, and so you click and open it up, and it's just an initial. It just says C as far as the attribution on it, but it says crew expendable, recover cargo at all cost.
Yeah, they're probably using they're mislabeling stuff in here probably, right? So they're probably like says they got a bunch of birds on board, but it's like fucking it's not something else.
Is there anything in the records that says whether the cargo is a life form or not?
No, just says cargo classified, mission classified.
Well, I do think
Well,
that
it's going to be bad no matter what.
it's going to be incredibly bad, I think. My base estimation as doctor is to say this is very dangerous, but incredibly lucrative. So we should do it. I say we should do it. We should go there, get the cargo, take it with us back home.
Agreed.
I would turn to Lou. Churns is the one with the gun.
Oh,
And
I'm gonna
I
give
would
you one
say
more thing, too.
If the railgun section is like a separate section, I'll just go over to like the doorway and like slam on like the metal sides of the bulkhead. Be like, "Hey, old man, gonna rob some people, some dead guys. Come back real rich. You in?"
But Chance is already headed towards the airlock.
Oh shit! Got to suit up.
So
Run down
who-
to the
what-
armory.
He was
are
on
you
the
guys-
ball.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Chad. Sorry.
He was on the ball. He knows when there's money to be made and when there's
Mhm.
bullets that need to be put in people.
He's ready to go. So, what suits is everyone wearing? 13. I presume you're not wearing any suit.
There was mention of wearing mag boots, and he pretty
Okay.
much does what's suggested by,
Do you own mag boots?
sure, he'll wear the mag boots.
Okay. Donahue.
I don't know what kind of suit I have. Was that an exploration suit?
What was on your? I don't have the character sheet. What's on your loadout? You don't remember what you picked for loadout?
No, I picked exploration. I have a vac suit.
Yep, with long range comms and an oxygen tank.
Right. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Sorry, I see it now. Vac suit there. Yep. So you're gonna vac suit up. There is atmosphere on the ship. You don't have to if you don't
Yeah.
want to. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna have on the other ship. There is.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm still gonna probably be wearing it. I think.
Okay. Charns. What
And
kind
I
of
would
suit-
just say, I want to see your war face.
What kind of suit do you wear, Charns? Do you have a vac suit or anything?
He
or just
has battle dress, which is, I imagine, is just like a light bulletproof vest, like in the picture. And then he also has a heads-up display, so it just has like a little eye thing that he wears that's linked to his gun. He's
Yeah,
too
I have
old
a
school for
similar.
that whole vac suit shit.
Right. That's standard battle dress, right?
Yeah,
I'm trying to see here. I got advanced battle dress, standard crew attire.
standard battle dress is just plus 10% armor save.
Plus 10% armor save. Okay, gotcha. Let me just check something here. Would it have this in as well? I would say it would also include the shortwave comms on a closed system with other Marines in the unit, so the Marines have a private channel if they need to.
I have long range. Does that still work with the short?
No,
Okay.
that's different. You also have body cam and headlamp as part of that standard battle dress. The advanced battle dress has a couple of extra things. I'm not going to give you that, but yeah, you have the standard battle dress. So I'll give you the shortwave comms, the body cam, headlamp.
It has a heads-up display according to the character sheet as well.
Does it? Okay,
So,
cool. Very cool. Yeah, heads-up display allows you to see through the body cams of others in your unit and tap into their gun smart link capabilities. Yep, cool. All right, who's next on my list there? Lou, you probably have the same gear, I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah, same loadout, same battle dress, standard issue.
Dr.
Stolen
Velke,
from former employers.
of course, yes, of course. Dr. Velke,
Dr. Velke is going to take his whole deal, which is like crowbar, hand welder, laser cutter, body cam, bioscanner, infrared goggles, lockpick set. His vac suit comes equipped with an oxygen tank, mag boots, short range comms. I use some of my starting creds to buy long range comms as well, in case
Gotcha.
I'm separated from the ship. So yeah,
Gotcha.
that, and probably is trying to use his I Ching set to try to tell the future and see how this mission's going to go.
Right. Okay.
I didn't buy short range. I just have the long.
Did you buy the long range?
No, it was just in my kit.
Okay. Right.
That's
'Cause
I wanted the
that's what
long
I was
range.
Gonna say you didn't need to buy long range. If you did buy it, you probably could have. Yeah, there you go.
You saying I
So-
wasted my money?
No. Because he had long range comms with his loadout, so he
Right.
didn't need to spend extra on it. That's what I was saying. But it's
Oh,
fine.
gotcha.
So there, I've also shown you the levels 1 and 2. That's the layout basically of the decks for the ship. I've put that on screen now so you can see it. Starting at number 1, the main airlock is the only way in. But before I get to that, let me also include here Dr. Albright. How are you dressed? Do you also have a vac suit or?
I've got a hazard suit, mag boots, and he's also got a one of the Vibe Shetties that he's picked up.
Nice. Yep.
It's basically for field amputations, just in case it comes up.
Call it whatever helps you sleep at night. That's fine by me. And Newt, did we already discuss your loadout? We did, right? No, we didn't. We didn't discuss Newt's loadout.
Yeah. I've got excavation, so hand welder, laser cutter, body
Right.
cam.
Yeah. Got it.
Bioscanner, and I have I have a vac suit.
All right. Very good.
Range comms.
So you're
And
all
just
at
so you
the
know,
airlock.
guys,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, guys, that I'm good with heavy machinery, mechanical repair, and engineering. So if there's anything to work on in those terms, I'm ready to do that.
Excellent. Okay, so the airlock has now reached the correct pressure. It begins to open. And it opens onto the Lima, which is currently under emergency lighting, low power mode, basically just saving energy since there's no need not to. You immediately notice that the air is unusually warm and humid. The glass on any of you who are wearing helmets, visors, is starting to condensate very quickly and hinders your visibility. So who is not wearing a helmet or a visor? I think just 13, right? Oh no, the two
What
Marines.
is
The two
the-
Marines. The two
yeah.
Marines as well. Yeah.
Did you say who's not wearing a helmet?
Yeah. Because the Marines just have standard battle dress, if I recall correctly. So
Oh, that doesn't come with a helmet. Okay.
yeah, it doesn't have like oxygen tanks or anything of that sort. No.
Mm.
Does the hazard suit?
The hazard suit, I think, holds 1 hour's worth of air, whereas a vac suit can hold 10, I think, or something. Let me double check that real
12.
quick to be sure. Hazard suit holds a small supply of air. Just says a small supply of air. No, it does say it somewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's 1 hour
1
in
hour?
a small
Okay.
oxygen tank. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, 1 hour, and 12 hours in the vac suit. So, but the hazard suit is it has an air filter. It can store up to 1 hour of air in a small oxygen tank and filter most toxic atmospheres. There you go. So yeah, it can also filter toxic atmosphere, and protects against extreme heat and cold.
The
It
way
can
that I was
also-
reading it, I would have assumed the hazard suit, once it sensed that whatever it was filtering wasn't able to be filtered, it would kick in the oxygen
Yeah, I would-
storage
I
and
would
give
think
a
so, too.
warning of some sort.
Exactly. So yeah. So hazard suits, vac suits, they're all condensated as soon as you kind of step, even as you step up to the opening here at the airlock onto the Lima. Somebody has obviously adjusted the environmental settings to a very humid high level. There's a short hallway which leads to the galley. Who's going first?
Not me.
Chance will give Lou a nudge and say, "Go get him, young fella."
Hoorah, Marines.
All right. So Lou, you step up and the door opens to the galley. It looks like it's been pretty much emptied. Cabinets are left open. Looks like one of the crew have undressed and dropped their clothes on the floor right here with a mess of empty MRE packs. You can see kitchen utensils and plates around, but yeah, there's no sign of any kind of food or anything of that sort left. And actually looking at it, I mean, you reckon there should have been quite a bit of food here. You know, it wouldn't make sense for them to be so low on food. So yeah. Perhaps
13
you're
will
not the
stay
first to get
behind.
here.
13 will stay behind until everybody else leaves, and then secure the hatches to ensure that nothing gets in the
Of course.
athwart ship passageway.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can close and lock the airlock.
13. So when 13 comes back, I'm like, hope I don't regret leaving the ship. Maybe we should have left someone there.
Do you wish for 13 to head back?
No.
You're going to send our strong robot back to ship? We cannot send the robot back to the ship. This is dangerous. You see this food and this clothes out in the middle of food place? This is very dangerous.
Is this Albright?
I'm sorry,
That's
this is
Velky.
Dr. Bogdan Velky.
Dr. Velky.
We're entirely different doctors. Different kinds of doctors.
Not a doctor at all.
I'm
13.
sorry?
13, I need you to
Never
find
mind.
that beef. I need you to find the beef android. Where is it?
Biff.
13 would assume that the Biff android would be somewhere on the ship.
So from the galley, there are 3 doors. Well, not including the airlock. One, the airlock hall. One leads to life support. One leads to command room. And the other leads to what's called the long hall. and it displays captain's quarters, crew chief's quarters, barracks, head scientist quarters, cryo chambers, and access to level 2.
Do I feel like if I had the access to the computers on the Lima, I could try to figure out where the Biff android is? Are like the androids of a ship and the ship's computer systems in any way linked like that?
It's possible. It could be.
While he does that, 13's going to head to the cryo chamber to see if any humans are in distress.
Okay, so you go straight to the long hallway.
I guess I'm going to try to find a
You
terminal
want to look
to.
for the command room, right? It's connected to the galley.
Yeah, if the command room is connected to the galley, I'm going to try to. I think Bogdan's very like squishy, soft. You know, his hands are all scarred up from doing the work he does, but he's not a good fighter. So he's going to look at the rest of the crew, particularly the 2 Marines, and be like, I'm going to figure out where Big Robot is on ship. You come with me so that I don't die? Either of you is fine. You're both very big.
I mean, I would say that if the android's headed to that chamber, that maybe I'll go along, but can we have one of the Marines, and then the rest of you are going to go to take the other Marine, and you guys can go to the.
We lost you at the
Wouldn't
end.
wouldn't that be a good idea?
Lost the last bit of that.
Yeah, he's suggesting that we split into 2 groups and that 1 Marine goes with each group.
Yes, please.
When Donahue hears 13 talk about checking on humans in need, I don't know what these rooms are, right? But I want to go to the life support room first.
So let's split up. Out of character, I think we should maybe split up. I mean, the command room's connected to the galley, is what you said, Ian?
Sounds like you're all split.
Yeah, let's knock out the command room real quick.
Okay.
Because I mean, Big Robot might be in Cryo Chamber life support room, then boom, boom, all dead. Maybe we find where Big Robot is first. I do not know.
13's gonna continue on while they bicker and figure out stuff.
I think he was already left.
All right,
his
well,
little-
13,
with his
you
little
walk into
gun.
the long hallway.
I'm probably going to go with
Albright comes
13 as well.
Albright comes right behind you. So again, it's still the really humid hall. You can see the doors to all the senior crew members' quarters are marked with their names and designations. One of these doors has been kicked in and left open. It's the second door on the right. Third door on the right leads to the cryo chambers.
Should we check to see if there is a human in distress?
Yes, we should.
With his special weapon in hand, he will poke his head into the busted up door and take a look.
His what weapon?
He has a foam gun.
Oh, okay, yes, gotcha. Okay, so foam gun in hand, you're planning to look into the room with the door kicked in?
Yes.
Okay, I'll come back to you in a second. So who is going into the command room and who's going into life support?
Lou.
Donahue is taking herself to life support.
Donahue's going to life support. Everybody else going to command room? That'd be Lou.
I guess if Lou's going to the command room, Chance will go try and manage the other 2, the cryo and officers' quarters.
They're 2 separate halls. Do you want to go with the captain or do you want to follow the android and Albright?
You should go with the scientists. Who knows what they'll get up to without you around?
Well, one of the
I'll go
scientists is
with-
going to the command room with you, I think.
I'll go to life support first.
Okay, so you go with the captain. Got it. Where are you going, Dr. Velke?
I'm going to command area where I can get the computer
so
and
you go to
find
command room with Lou.
Big Robot.
And who does that leave? Who did I forget?
I'm going to life support. This is Newt.
Got it. Newt's
We're
going
with
to
the
life support
captain.
With the captain.
Yep.
And
Yeah, in case there's some work to
Charles.
be done there.
Perfect. Okay, so Captain Donahue, Newt, and Charnes, you go into life support. The system is functioning, but the console screen is smashed. There's a pile of comms, med scanners, and bioscanners on the floor. Most of these have also been destroyed.
Can I try to find a working short comm? Is that what these are?
Yes, you can actually. Let's see here. I'll just roll here and see. Yes, you do find a working short range comm.
Yeah. So I was like on a knee. I stand up, turns on. I put it on my hip.
Change it to match the same channel the rest of the team's on. Makes sense. You take a look
How
at
many
the console.
Yeah. What else is in the room? Is this? I know it's life support. It's kind of like a med bay or something.
Well, I mean, it's more like almost like a broom closet, I suppose, right? With with the big fucking machine in it. That it's an oxygen scrubber, basically.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Mhm. It's for recycling air and
What?
things of that sort.
So
What
do you think it's
frequency-
worth adjusting the conditions in here so that it's less humid? Maybe there's something in here that's made those adjustments for itself.
Yeah, you want to take a look at it, Newt? The console
Yeah,
is smashed, but you might be able to try to fix it or adjust something on it.
Yeah, I've got mechanical repair as
Mhm.
well as engineering, right?
Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, let's go with both. Why not? Or not with both, but with the better of the two, the plus 15. So add that to your. Let's call it your speed.
Yeah,
This is a
speed.
matter of coordination and.
Okay, so that's is engineering part of that, or do you just say?
You add the 15 to whatever your speed is.
Yeah. So it's a 53.
Yep. So you want to roll percentile.
Let's see it
What frequency were the
And
radios in the
I
room
roll.
on?
I roll a 10.
You rolled a 10.
Yep.
All right. Yes. You will be able to repair this and to make some adjustments. It will take you about an hour.
You guys think it's worth it? I feel like bringing these conditions back to normal is.
I'll tell the Captain Donahue will say let's see what all's on this ship first, and then we'll come back here. And
Okay.
We'll
In the command room.
Aye, Captain.
In the command
unless he
room,
wants to sit here, but nah.
Dr. Velke and Lou have gone into the command room.
Yes.
There is a male corpse seated in the captain's chair. There are bruises on his neck indicating that he was choked to death.
How big were the hands, or is it easy to
All
tell?
input modules on the computer look to have been sabotaged with a crowbar, which is still embedded in one of the monitors. Give me some kind of a medical examination roll. What skill are you going to put to that?
Let's see. I really don't have any biologically relevant
This would
skills. I'm
probably be pathology or maybe first
I mean,
aid.
all I've got is mathematics, computers, scavenging, and engineering. So I know none of those
Give me an
apply to
intellect
figuring
roll.
it.
Straight intellect.
Straight intellect.
Mhm.
So that is a 43. Wait. I forget. I normally do D100s the other way. I got a. Oh, sorry. No, that's an 80. Yeah, so that's above. Way
Okay.
above.
Okay. Yeah, you're not really quite able to tell. You're not able to. You don't have the knowledge really to ascertain much from a dead body.
Right.
However, I will need you and Lou both to make fear checks, please. So roll
Gotcha.
a saving throw versus fear.
So I have to roll. If I'm looking at this right, it's a scientist under 25.
25 or under, yes. Beats it, beats it.
Okay, so I have to be
Great.
30. 21.
Okay, Lou, you passed. You don't gain any stress.
Is 00 an actual zero, right?
Double
That's
zero
how
is a critical success.
00 and a 5 is what I got. So I think I got a.
Oh, sorry, that's a 0. So you got a 0.5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I meant 0 on
5%.
the.
So you pass as
tens.
well. So neither one of you gains any stress from the situation. But
Thank God.
you now have found at
Looks
least
like
one dead
a
body.
good old-fashioned mutiny happened here.
Well, I cannot tell how the bruises are. It could be mutiny, could be And this is what I think. This is what Dr. Bogdan Velki think. Big robot go crazy.
Mm.
Just murder everybody. Like in
Uh,
movie.
It went all kill command on them, just crushed his windpipes.
See, you've seen these movies. I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know that guy's the governor now, right?
No.
Mars or something?
Of all Mars, this is cannot get. That's very good.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
13. You and Dr. Albright. Yeah, is that right? It was 2, 3, and 2. Yeah, that's everybody. You and Dr. Albright have gone to check this kicked-in door. You can see on the smashed-in door the name Charlie Ribeiro, crew chief. Inside, there are clothes and mundane possessions covering the floor, along with some books on biology and plants. But you see no signs of the crew chief.
No human in distress here. Shall we carry on to the cryo chambers?
Yes, carry on. There's no sign of any
Blood and guts?
blood and guts or
Not here in the
signs of
hallway, no.
In the room there with the clothes and all? Nothing?
Nope.
no residues on the
Nope.
clothes or anything like that.
Cryo chambers it is.
So you guys go into the cryo chamber, which is the next room over.
Yeah.
There, okay, here we go. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, can you guys both give me, oh no, sorry, 13 you don't have to. Dr. Albert, give me a body save, please. As you come into this room, there are 12 cryopods in total. One of these is left open and contains the body of a female. As you approach, you can see that large chunks of her skin have been peeled off.
Nice. So body save,
Hmm
21. That's a pass.
Good. Okay.
She appears to be in distress. He will check her out.
She's dead.
She's no longer in distress.
Large chunks of
Can
her
I-
skin have been peeled off, yes.
Can I
It looks
Just
like she
examine
peeled them
her
off
or anything?
herself. You can find her own skin under her fingernails.
He'll ensure that vitals and all that she is no longer alive.
Okay, while you're checking to make sure that she is definitely dead and that the other cryopods are indeed empty, I assume you checked. The others from the command room and life support, we can bring you all together. Do you guys
So when
want to
I
go and
come-
pursue? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would say I don't want to look at the body because I don't want to make a save. So I'm assuming they tell me that much.
Well, I assume you guys are all meeting back in the galley, which is between your rooms.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, regroup and let's start.
And we only have one Marine, right?
You have one. No, you have two. You had one.
With
in
me?
this part, you had one in the
Everyone's
room.
coming back, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the
The
galley.
only ones who aren't in here with you right now are Dr.
So-
Albright and 13.
It seems what we need to do, just like you were trained. She points to the Marines. You know, I wasn't in, she tells you guys, but we need you to sweep the first deck. Why are you still standing around here?
I'm gonna look over at Charnes and then look back
Provide
at Donnie,
security, okay?
and then start walking down the long hallway.
Okay.
Pardon me, just to double check. There was nothing salvageable in the command area. Nothing I could use to access any kind of system.
It was all pretty
Fully sabotaged.
Yeah, the modules were all smashed with a crowbar. Which,
Okay.
was still embedded in one of the monitors. Maybe one of your your engineer might be able to repair it. You don't.
I've
know.
got engineering.
You have engineering yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
And why don't I come with you and I can assist you? Would that give us advantage? Because I have engineering as well.
Well,
Is that 13?
first, just let's give an assessment. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay.
Engineering
I
roll
will.
there, Dr. Velki. We'll call this a
Engineering
retroactive
roll.
roll. This was while you were in the bridge. You were
Gotcha.
assessing
So
the situation.
intellect 43 plus 15.
15. It's 58.
58. Okay. I can do this. I can roll under a 58, right?
You guys have been rolling good so far. Somebody's gonna screw it up sometime.
Please. Why, Ian? Why? Why me now? Oh yeah, that's a baddie. That's an 84.
Okay.
The 4 was cocked,
yeah,
but it
they're
doesn't
not in
matter.
working condition, but they might be able to be repaired.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps that was 13 that offered up help, right?
No, I think that was your.
That was
engineer,
me.
Newt.
That was the engineer, your engineering chief, Newt. Do you want me to come and?
gotcha. Newt, I found some computers. They are beat to shit. I sorry, but I can do nothing with them. I think by myself, but perhaps your expertise could help get them in working order. We find big, dangerous robot.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a shot to see if I can.
You want to go into the see if you can.
Yep.
What you can do with? Yeah, go ahead. Give me your engineering roll.
Yeah, let's see. It's do you want what am I going to use as my base stat on that? Speed?
Give me the intellect one first.
Okay, that's 25. So it's 44 altogether.
Right.
Nope. 98.
98.
Whoops.
No. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time. You don't know how long, but you might be able to. You should be able to repair this.
Perhaps we could make it much faster if we work together. I do not know.
Yeah, you guys could work together on it.
I don't.
So what can I so how does that work? How do we an advantage for one of the two of us?
Yeah. So let me see. How do I want to work this? I basically just decide who wants to make the roll, and whichever one of you has the better roll will.
Yeah, I think Bogdan
But
has the better roll. So
I'm going to call this another intellect engineering roll. So you can make
58,
that
so-
with your advantage.
Okay.
There you go.
I got 58, so I just need to roll below a 58. First roll is a 38.
Got it.
Okay.
That's a good start. Let me see if I can crit success here. It's doubles. No, it doesn't get better than 38.
38 is good. So a good success. As you start kind of pulling things out, you realize you're going to need to cannibalize some parts, or at least maybe replicate some parts or something off of your own ship. And this is going to be like a 12 to 24-hour job.
Okay, there, Newt. I think that we have to scrap these plans, because if I am on here for 12 hours, I am dead. I'm pretty sure if we are on here for 12 hours, that is it. We've all been murdered by Big Robot or whoever is on here.
Agreed.
So while Newt and who was that working on that with Newt? Sorry, Newt's the engineer, and it was
Bogdan Velki, Dr.
Velki.
Bogdan
Sorry,
Velki.
Dr. Velki. So while you guys are there, the other 5, you guys can all kind of, once you went into the long hallway, Charns and Lou, you would have noticed that they were in the cryo chambers.
And Chance have picked up one of the radios from the life support room and found out what channel they were on. They were
absolutely.
using.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
So as the Marines poke their head in, 13 will note, do you wish us to accompany you?
Not right now, robot. Situation report.
Very well.
Oh, you guys go into the cryo chamber to talk to him, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me body saves, both of you, Lou and Charns.
I fail on a 90.
Okay. Oh, and also let me get retroactive fear checks from Lou, Sam, Charns, and 13. But you guys make those at disadvantage because you're in the presence of an android.
Okay, so the first one was body, right?
Yes.
Okay, so pass with 24.
Okay.
And you want a fear as well?
Fear save with disadvantage.
Disadvantage is...
Because you also, of course, once you come into the cryo chamber, you see the open pod and the dead female with like her skin peeled off in large strips. Did you pass that fear save?
13.
I failed my body save, passed my fear save.
Okay.
77. I failed that fear save.
Okay, you gain 1 point of stress for that, Lou.
Was I supposed
Charms.
to make a fear save as well when I went in
Yes.
there?
Yes,
I
you
don't
were.
think I did.
Yes, you were.
That's a fail.
Okay, you gain 1 point of stress. And Charns, you passed your fear save, so you don't gain a point of stress from the scene. However, you failed your body save, so you still gain a point of stress. And roll a d6 for me, please. I know it's normally a d10. If you have a d6, if you don't, I'll roll one for you.
One.
A 1. You get a nosebleed.
And I don't need to roll, right?
You're not in the cryo chamber, are you?
No, I'm not. I think I'm
Then you
still.
don't.
Yeah, I saw them go
Where?
in there, and I'm just feeling really unsafe.
Okay, you're all alone in the long hallway, Captain.
13 can offer first aid.
Oh, it's a bloody nose. I've had far worse.
Very well. Refusing medical treatment.
Captain, you're in the long hallway, just standing out there yourself, feeling.
I'll walk in there.
All right, cool. Give me a fear save and a body save.
Okay, I want to roll under those, and I fear I got a 92,
Okay. You
and
gain
the
1 point of
body
stress.
I got 6.
Okay, you passed the body save, so you gain 1 point of fear.
1
Or
point,
of stress. I mean
smoke.
stress.
Okay.
Your stress should start at 2. That's the minimum stress for starting characters. So
Should we not have the doctor try to diagnose what caused that nosebleed?
where are you, Newt? You're in the bridge. Hush you.
I'm speaking through the I'm speaking
The-
through the
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Newt, would you like to use
don't-
my short-range communicator?
Look at you! It's your first day of
He's-
boarding a ship, and you've already you caused your own nosebleed. Now, why don't you two
Did I hear that?
act like Marines?
Yeah, you guys apparently can all hear each other through the short range
Okay,
comms.
okay.
Apparently, you're all in an open channel.
Can I
I
check?
can
Can I check
hear
for?
Simon. Yeah.
Can I check for what the woman died for first? Is that possible?
She looks to have bled out. Yeah, well, give me.
Okay.
No, I won't make you make a roll for this. I'll let you just have this one. Yeah, she looks like she died from blood loss, and like I said, if you compare, you do a quick little bioscan. Yeah, definitely the skin under her own nails is her own. It's not like she has someone else's skin under her fingernails. It's her own skin. She just peeled her own skin off until she bled to death. Right here in
Nice.
this cryopod, apparently.
And I will also examine the nosebleed, if possible, from that suggestion from my colleague.
Okay.
See whether I can determine what it's from.
The Marine's nosebleed.
Okay.
Yeah.
13 will step up. He has refused medical treatment.
It could be your bedside manner, 13. Don't be
course.
offended.
Of course. 13 is never offended.
Have at it, Doc.
Okay. Give me a pathology roll.
Um,
Do you have pathology?
yes.
That'd be based off your intellect
Okay, cool. So
in this case.
over 73. And I got a 94. Jesus.
It's just a nosebleed.
No,
It's probably
that's
from
fine.
the stress.
Yeah, it's just a stress nosebleed. Nothing to worry about. Just hold your nose and tilt your head up. It'll be fine.
I'm still acquainting myself with the rules, so I just discovered a little thing that I could probably do to
Oh,
answer a small question.
what's that?
I've got infrared goggles that can read heat signatures, sometimes hours old. And there's a crowbar that was probably used by whoever sabotaged the entire command deck, still buried in one of these computers.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious if I could flip those on and see if there was any kind of heat signature, because I'm still trying to figure out if it was. And I'm assuming I've been getting some reports of what's going on in the cryo chamber. So like there is some human hysteria that seems to have occurred. I'm interested if this was definitely human hysteria or if the big missing Biff android destroyed this. And assuming it was a person that did it, not the Biff android, I'd be able to see a heat signature on that crowbar.
Right. Sure. As you look at it, you can pick up a very faint heat signature. It's been a while though.
Gotcha. But androids wouldn't have really any kind of heat signature, right?
They might have a less of a heat signature, I would say. I'm sure they still produce some kind of heat, but maybe not as intense as human body heat.
Gotcha.
Then again, some of them, like 13, are synthesized to represent humans as closely as possible.
So I just don't know.
Yeah, it could be like a replicant style, like 13.
Gotcha. I thought that was being so clever.
It was a good idea. I liked it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Okay.
All right, team. We're not going to get any more out of looking at this weird dead body. Why don't we go down the floor to the cargo hold to get what we came for?
Do we know which crew member this woman was? Is there any indication on her, like any IDs on her?
It's definitely not the captain, and we haven't found a science officer. So, crew chief.
That's a good idea. Let's go grab a box of cargo, and at least we can have that for now.
By this
Still
time,
need you
I'd
guys to
say
scout the
Dr.
area.
Dr. Velke and Newt have rendezvoused with you guys near the cryo chambers. Dr. Velke, Newt, give me fear save first, please. Don't forget those fear saves are all at disadvantage too.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
noting,
I'm sorry, Ian.
noting everyone's reactions to what's going on.
Yeah.
13 would have tried to separate them from going in the room.
Happily will avoid that.
With the whole, you don't want to go in there. There's a dead body. We've already checked it out.
Dead body? I certainly don't want to see a dead body. This is...
Okay. So 13 meets you in the hallway.
Thanks.
So I guess now the meeting is...
Thanks, 13.
You're a very
All
good
right.
robot.
Why don't we send one Marine one way, the other Marine the next? And we'll get these.
And why
We'll go
are we
back.
doing that?
We'll go back to the long hall. Well, let's find where all these people were living, hanging out at.
Yeah,
They have to have some type of barracks
take
room.
this nice and easy. Go check out the cargo hold, see what's what, grab what we came for, and then pop back to the ship.
Just a suggestion, but the Marines seem to work better in groups, and there's only 2, so maybe they should stay together.
Exactly.
I would agree.
Chill out and let us do our work.
I would be happy to begin the salvage efforts. I think that we get the stuff, get out of here as soon as possible is a great plan.
All
Yes, and I have a question. When you were in that command room, did it
Yes.
look like did it seem like I could pilot this thing?
The entire computer system was what's the word? Was chock full of crowbar stabs and smashes, and then at the end, crowbar buried deep inside computer terminal. within 12 to 24 hours, perhaps.
Translation, Captain, it's fucked.
The proper term,
Right.
proper term for that would be FUBAR.
I believe I have heard of that before. Yes.
That's
Fubar.
Did anyone mention the other dead body to Albright?
No, don't think so.
Okay.
Where was the other dead body?
Ha-
You mean, back at the
The
command room?
strangled body, yeah.
The strangled body. Yeah.
Oh, he did mention it. Yeah, they did mention it earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to examine that body as well.
Okay, so
Doctor,
you're
would
going to
you
the
like
command
some
room.
assistance?
Please.
Shall 13 accompany, or should we consider?
13, you're going to the cargo room, robot.
Very well. Cargo room it is.
If you will give us but a moment, we can. It's fine.
No moments. Everybody decide where you're going now. Who's going to command room?
13, I need you to bring all the cargo you can hold from this ship.
13 is heading into the hallway, which will then lead to the hatch, which leads to the lower level. Do you go right away, 13?
Of course.
Okay, you walk into the hallway, and you can see an empty, blood-splattered vac suit left on the floor in a pile. The scene suggests that the assailant killed the victim while he or she was still wearing the vac suit, and a blood trail leads from there to the hatch. There are pale green spots mixed with the red blood on the floor. Now, back in the long hallway, who's going to the command room?
I will.
Command room is where the body is, right?
Yes, that's where you're
Yes,
going, Sam. So
that's
who's going with
true.
Dr. Sam Albright?
Oh, Dr. Bogdan Velke will assist
Okay,
his,
Dr. Balki.
His colleague.
contemporary. I'm sorry?
Yeah, his colleague.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
Is everybody else going back there, or what?
No, Donahue wants the Marines to go with her to with after 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going towards the engine room hatch.
Okay, what about Newt?
Yeah,
Newt, you're going
I'm.
to the-
Do you want if you're headed? I should come with you. I'm good with heavy machinery. I can. Let me take a look with whatever's there. I'll come with you. I'm right behind you.
With who?
Okay.
With the Marines or with the scientists?
With the Marines.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just the
Okay.
scientists that are going to the command room.
Us
Got it.
two scientists will go off by ourselves to crime scene. Bye.
No problem. You guys head up to the command
What
room.
could possibly go wrong?
So the Marines and Newt. Am I forgetting somebody? And Captain Donahue. You walk into the hallway where your android is, and you also see the empty blood-splattered vac suit left on the floor in a pile. Actually, all 5 of you who are in here now can please give me fear saves, please. And then 4 of you.
Disadvantage with the android.
Yes, disadvantage for everybody but the android.
So does that mean I roll twice?
Yes, you roll twice, take the worst result.
Okay.
Before they do that, 13 didn't stop. So by the time they got to the hallway, would he be in a different space?
You'd be pretty much standing by the hatch now as they enter.
How much fear was that?
It's 1 point if you failed.
Yep.
Yeah, I failed.
I
Yeah.
failed as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
13
that's
is
stress.
walking along that blood
Yeah.
trail. Yeah, it's just stress. 1 point of stress. Sorry.
Yeah. Newt failed as well.
Also gains a point of stress. Now, all the humans, please give me body saves that are in the hallway. So,
I
Charms,
pass.
Lou.
Also disadvantage. No.
No.
Is the body saves? Is that a check like versus throwing up and such like that?
I'm not telling you.
No, I just meant in general.
Captain fails.
Yes.
Newt
Marine
rolls.
fails as well.
Newt rolls a 5.
Newt passes. Okay. And who am I missing? Lou failed. Oh, no. What did Lou roll?
I failed.
Yeah, Lou
97.
failed. Okay. And Charns?
I passed.
Passed. Okay. So, Captain Donahue, you failed. Roll a d6, please.
5.
You get a loud, continuous ringing in your ears. Lou, you also failed. Give me a d6 roll.
D6. 4.
A 4.
You guys all probably hear me scream on the comms. Oh,
You
just a
have-
little.
You have a sudden, intense hunger. 13, you don't stop, even when you hear the captain screaming behind you.
If 13 looks like he's heading down the hatch, Chance will tell him to stop.
13 will look back. You require medical assistance.
What's kind of cargo? No.
He says no, so you keep going.
Continues on.
Or sorry, she says no. It's gonna keep screwing me up. Apologies until I get used to it. No problem.
Chance has asked 13 to stop and not go down the hatch.
Okay, Charnes telling you to stop. Captain tells you to keep going. Charnes tells you to stop.
He will stop and look in the hatch.
Okay, so you open the hatch, look down. Let me see this over here. The hatch. Okay. Leads down to where? The hatch leads into the engine room. Here we go. So looking down, you can see that down below at the bottom of the ladder, there is a corpse lying there. Give me a fear save there, 13. If you fail, take a point of stress. Looks like it's been dropped down from right where you're standing about, and it lies spread out in a jumbled mess of broken bones.
I would advise no one come down until I've given the okay. There's at least one dead body.
Something looks
Ma-
wrong.
mangled.
Something looks wrong with his mouth too.
Yeah, he's completely mangled and tore up. Stay up here until I've come back and given the high sign that it's safe.
So Lou's just gonna like nervously gesture over at Charnes and be like, "So, what do you think it is?" Doctor thinks it's a killer robot.
I think it's just people gone crazy.
Yeah, but a whole ship.
Taking a shot in the dark, I think that the cargo that they are transporting was someone or something, not precious goods. So I think that may have escaped and caused all these problems.
13, you climb down into the engine room.
Yes.
Okay. So once you climb down, you get closer to that corpse on the ground, and you can realize it has flaccid anemone-like protrusions about the size of matches hanging from its mouth and wounds. There's another body sitting on the floor, leaning against the wall, holding a bloody screwdriver in one of his hands. The print on his t-shirt says, "Engineer may contain alcohol."
You said that the first body had anemone-like protrusions?
Mm-hmm.
Like sea anemone type protrusions?
I presume those are the only anemones I know.
Significant biohazard. Close the hatch.
Ah, shit. Biohazard. Like, we talking aliens or like zombie type?
Close the hatch.
Okay. And
Who's going to close the hatch? You walk over to close the hatch. Just as you can, I assume you look down as you do so. You see him standing there over this body. And just as you're about to close the hatch, the other body in the engine room leaps to its feet and charges you. 13. Roll. Let me see here. Let me pull this up right. Beginning of combat. Check for surprise. Roll a fear save. 13. And you can roll one too, Luke, because you see this attack all of a sudden.
I got a 38. What am I comparing it to?
Your fear save? So that's a pass.
Oh, I have an 85.
You're
dude.
not surprised. Lou?
14.
You have
I'm good.
disadvantage. Don't forget.
Oh, disadvantage? Okay, let me do it again.
Still in the presence of an android.
75. Never mind. Let's take that
You are
stress.
surprised. Okay. Oh, yes, and you take a point of stress. Yes. Every time you fail save, you take a point of stress. So, 13. Give me a speed roll.
I have a 24.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 24.
Oh, you rolled a 24. What's your speed? That
Stand
doesn't tell
by.
me anything. Then. Is it a success or a fail?
Speed's of 59.
Okay, so it's a pass. You go
It's a pass.
before the enemy. So you see him jump up and charge at you with this bloody screwdriver. What do you do?
Foam gun. Splooch.
Okay. What's the story on the foam gun?
I have it pulled up.
Foam gun. On hit, body or instinct save to avoid.
No save.
I'm looking right here. So first you have to roll to hit. So, well, yeah, it's basically an opposed roll. It's your combat versus his body or instinct.
Very good.
What is his body or instinct? There we go. Okay. He failed.
Well, 13 barely succeeded with a 34.
Okay, well then you succeed. So you hit him. The foam covers a square meter, so it's about a little bit more than 3 feet in each direction. And he is now covered in this hardening foam. He has to make a strength check at disadvantage to try to escape. Well, I can tell you, he failed. So he is caught in this and just like flailing kind of animalistically, very jerky and inhuman-like.
He will fire again.
There's translucent green pus emerging from
fired
a
again.
wound on his face. Okay, the foam again.
Yep, to cover it completely.
Okay, yeah, you do so.
More than likely, it depending on the location. If he was in the middle, then seal him to the floor. If he's near the wall, then to connect him to the wall. That would be the goal.
Fine, that sounds good to me. So he's like foamed up against this wall and no longer moving. You see all this, Lou, as you're kind of surprised. It's like, what the hell? And by the time you come out of the surprise, it's over. What are you going to do next, 13?
13 is going to first check his immediate body to see if he has picked up any hitchhikers.
Oh, like yourself, you mean? Like
Yes.
No?
He's going to shoot the other body to cover up all those squiddly kind of things.
Okay. How many shots does that foam gun have?
Well, I knew that was going to come up, so
It
I
doesn't say, does it?
specifically I bought
Oh, it
more.
does. 6 charges. Yeah.
Yep, hold on. I bought enough. I wrote it all down because I knew it would come up.
Okay.
It was 275 for the gun, and I paid an extra 150 to get 40 shots. There's ammo at the top of the page, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. It's
50 for
credits
every
per
set.
magazine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this one, it's 50 for every 6 shots.
Correct.
Okay, got it. So anyway, yeah, you blast him. 1 shot will do it. No problem. Oh, sorry. Later, Charns. Charns had to go. I have his character. Just in case I need to roll for him. Okay.
Clear the stairwell. I'm coming up. I may have a biohazard on me.
Wait, you're coming back up?
The cargo hold is loaded with biohazards.
So we
Did you
should
see
be
a
leaving.
Did you see a door? Like, does the cargo bay have a dock where we can release the cargo?
I don't know.
Captain,
I didn't make that out. There were 2 bodies. One was covered in some sort of parasitic alien material, and the other one attacked 13 directly. They're both foamed in place, so it is assumed that there is more.
13.
Go.
I need you to tell me if there's any more. I say we dump the cargo and we just sell the ship.
Wait.
Salvage.
maybe we could still get the cargo out of this. Seal that airlock up. Have 13 go in there. Open up the cargo bay. Bring the ship around. Open up our cargo bay. Just do a
I'm
little
not letting.
pre-cleanup.
Something about this cargo doesn't sit well with bringing it on our ship.
Oh,
13
because it's got
13's
some
coming
weird
up the
alien
ladder.
shit on it.
13 is coming up the ladder.
No, I say it's coming from the cargo. If we get rid of it, we could sell the ship.
I mean, it's gonna take some deep scrubbing to get all the, blood and guts and shit. And there's that guy that's crowbarred in the command center. If you want to make that a weekend project, you're free to do so.
Now,
I got 2 Marines. Don't they teach you guys how to clean?
While this is all going on, back on the bridge, Dr. Albright and Dr. Velke. What are you guys doing once you get up there? You wanted to examine the corpse, right, of the captain?
Yes.
Go ahead and give
Until
me a
you see-
pathology roll.
A 9.
Yes, he was indeed choked to death by what would appear to be a human being with extreme strength. It could have been an android, perhaps. The fingerprints are human-sized and human-shaped.
Okay. We relay that information to Bogdan. This could be that Biff android's work.
Dr.
So this is definitely the captain.
Yes, seems to be the captain. Kasper Kozlovsky.
Kasper Kozlovsky is the captain.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, if there's no other sign of biological matter around.
No, not in here. Just the destroyed console and the crowbar still sticking out of the monitor.
So, what do you think?
I should say destroyed
Doctor?
consoles. This is the command room. There's multiple stations.
Okay.
What do you think, Dr. Velke? You're muted, Bob, if you're there. Oh, he's not muted, actually. Just can't hear him. Maybe he's muted on his hardware?
Are we back to 13 with the crew?
No.
Okay.
We have a comms issue between the scientists.
We seem to have lost Bob somehow.
He's not muted, he says in the chat.
Oh, he's muted on...
Yeah, I can't hear him.
No, he's unmuted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Yes.
There you go.
Now
Okay,
we can
there you go. Not sure what that was. So I was was trying to say throughout that I do not know, Doctor, what is going on here, but I think we are in a lot of danger. And I do a cursory glance with my bioscanner around the area, because at this point I'm further unconvinced of whether or not this series of murders I've been hearing about is either android based or human based. And the bioscanner should be able to give me some form of life signs in the immediate area.
Yep,
I can pull
but
up
you're getting nothing here in the command room
Nothing.
at all.
Did we establish that we have personal comms within ourselves?
I think everyone has short range.
Everybody has
comms, at
short range
least.
comms.
Yeah.
There is definitely, this is 13, there is definitely a biological hazard. Some sort of parasitic creature was attached to at least one of the bodies. If you are not currently using some sort of respirator or filter system, you should immediately don one.
Doctor, I do not have one of those.
Hmm.
Perhaps you should take lead on this particular instance.
If you insist, Doctor.
I-
Is there? I guess over the short range comms, I ask 13 whether there are any samples that I could take. I've got a field recorder. Maybe I can get something from.
Currently it is in an unsafe condition, but assumed by the status of the rest of the ship that we will find more.
Okay, well,
Yes,
I guess we'll
and
head
if we
in that
if we do,
direction.
we leave it up to you. You've done well.
Now, as far as the status of the ship and the captain, we don't have an actual captain yet, right? No one's been able to fill the contractual quota, correct?
Officially, yes, but unofficially, Donahue is in charge. She's the kind of lead officer.
Would 13 and Donahue have already gone through the high signs and the codes that go with being a captain? Like,
That's up to you.
I think so. Like we have our own type of inside jokes and
yes.
Okay.
Captain Donahue, I found a red jelly bean. This is 13. Red jelly bean means that there's biological, the lockdown going back to the ship.
I'm sorry, it cut off the first half. But I was saying we would have some type of inside thing between us, I believe.
13 noted that there was a red jelly bean, so that means lock down the ship and don't let anybody go back until they've been bio-scrubbed.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm into it.
Hearing this, Dr. Albright comments that he always preferred the green jelly beans.
And then you just hear, 13, I really appreciated that grape syrup. I love jelly beans.
Okay.
13 gets to the stop at the top of the stairwell, and if there is no reason to stop, he is going to very quickly make his way back to the hatch between ships.
Oh, going back to the airlock. Okay.
Correct.
Back to the main airlock through the galley. What do you do
Yes. He's going to cipher lock the lock.
Gotcha.
there? Got it.
Bogdan Velkin.
What does that mean?
He's putting a code on the lock so that nobody else can open it.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
I would have followed 13. I mean, I don't know it, but
He still would have done it, and he's got like super quick fingers.
No problem.
But at one point, Bogdan Velki would definitely
Who
key
was that?
over
Was
short
that Lou?
range.
Or was that Donahue? Sorry.
What was
Who
that?
followed him? Who followed Rusty? Or who followed 13?
yeah,
God, I'm calling the robot Rusty.
Donahue took her beautiful body
Not a-
behind 13.
All right, cool. No problem. So you see him go up, taps a button, and the light goes red, says the airlock is now locked. Okay. What were you saying, Dr. Velke? Apologies.
The joke is mostly too old at this point, but
Oh,
at a
sorry.
certain point, but then no, I should have tried to key in way earlier, but at a certain point, Velke, Dr. Velke would be on the short range comms being like, I do not understand. Why are we talking about jelly beans? It's so dangerous here. We need to get back to ship immediately.
Yeah,
and is it
these
safe to-
Marines. Did you see that Marine got a nosebleed? And she laughs.
I mean, I've been hearing descriptions from a away team, we call it. It's just everything too bad, not good. I think we all just call it day, get back to ship, try for another time. New day, new dollar, as they say.
Now, the company is sending a response of its own. So
Correct.
there will
Now,
be some
currently-
else coming here. And there's always the possibility of other scavengers showing up as well.
Does Bogdan have a face shield on, or is he not wearing a suit, or what?
I'm in a vacuum suit.
Okay, as
He's
long
in
as
the vac
everybody.
suit, so he's constantly wiping the condensation
Yeah.
off it and unable to
Squeak,
see.
squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Squeak,
And
squeak,
the
squeak.
Marines were the only ones that didn't have facial covers, correct? Of anything, or they do?
The Marines and yourself.
No face covers. Yeah.
Dr. Albright, you're wearing a vac suit as well, aren't you? Or a hazard suit?
Hazard suit, yeah.
Sorry, you know what I described? You had a some issue before, right? Didn't you? Fuck. I shouldn't have done so. I forgot you had a suit on. What was it you had? The oh no, it was the captain that allowed continuous ringing in the ears.
That
Yeah.
makes sense though through a helmet, right?
No, it doesn't make sense. It didn't happen. Skip it. Sorry, my mistake. Unless you want to say you had your helmet off because of the visibility.
No, she never had her helmet off.
All right then. Nope. Never mind. Scratch it. It never happened.
Gotcha.
13 to all crew members, attempt to find some sort of filter face covers for our two Marines, wherever you happen to be.
13, you saw a bunch of, we saw some suits that were, did we see any face shields?
The only face shields that 13 has seen so far were covered with gore and vomit.
Why don't you check one of these rooms, 13, we haven't been in, and see if you find them a face screen?
Would we happen to have any spares on the ship?
Can't go on the.
Of course we would.
No, not if you don't have it written on your character sheet.
Yeah,
You can't
we
afford
don't.
it right
13,
now.
I really need you to check out if there's face shields
You're all
right now
too
in another
poor.
room.
What about the command center? Did the command deck have anything
What
that
here?
wasn't covered in blood? Yeah,
13 will
here.
start with the galley
Not
and
in the
then work
rooms
its
that
way
you
to life
searched.
support.
In the rooms you've searched so far, you have not found.
13, I've been
vacuums.
in life support. I need you to go in a room we haven't been. Thank you, 13.
Who's going where now?
13's going to the captain's quarters, assume then.
Okay, 13 goes to the captain's quarters. Room 7. Casper's bed has been impeccably made with military discipline and accuracy. Everything is left in order. There's a book about leadership and team building left on his desk. Has multiple bookmarks throughout. There's a PC terminal here that is not completely smashed. It has his log entries on it. Are you searching the room, or are you just looking through cursory glance?
If there is something that's out of place, like messages or things that are open,
Oh, you
13
just look
will
at the log
definitely-
entries. Yeah,
Yes.
they're a dull read. He seems to have been a highly pragmatic and dry person, and this is reflected in his writing. But the last entry is in a vastly different tone, agitated and paranoid. He suspects the Lima crew to be plotting against him. Should he barricade himself in the command room or take a militant stance and attack them first?
Space madness. He's going to continue looking for filters.
Okay. What room are you going to next? Crew chief's quarters? You've been there. The barracks or the head scientist quarters?
The barracks would be the next one.
Ian, can I like when I see 13 was obeying, can I have gone in there and looked in the captain's room and grabbed the book about leadership?
Sure. You're just following him around in case he sets off the landmines?
Well, the first room seemed fine, so I'm comfortable going in there myself.
Yeah, you can go in there and take that book. Where is everybody else while this is going on? Lou, where are you at?
I was last at the hatch going
Still at
down
the-
to the engine room.
Okay.
But that's closed right now, and I do not want to go down there with a mask, without a
Right.
mask.
Right. So you're probably back at the command room with
Yeah, I
With
guess I just follow
Charms.
Donahue in 13.
and what about Velky and Albright? Then
Doctor, where do you think we are most useful?
Was there a hallway with blood in it?
with what?
And was there
With blood? There
Yeah,
was the blood
blood.
trail in the hallway with the hatch that led to the hatch.
something in that blood that someone mentioned?
Well, there was. You found a couple
Little
bodies.
green splotches. No,
sorry,
they were
you found-
green.
Sorry, one body.
There were green
Oh,
splotches.
yes. I'm sorry. You're right. Yes, in the hallway. Apologies. Yes, there was pale green spots mixed with the red blood on the floor. Want to take a sample?
So I'd like to take a sample, yeah.
Grand. What are you going to do with it? What do you have?
Got a field recorder, so I can kind of run a DNA check kind of thing. What else is there?
Doctor, would you like my assistance in
Field
this
recorder is usually just for
particular
taking down
effort?
information, right? For recording.
Yes.
It does specifically genetic and DNA stuff. I was
Does
just
it
reading
say?
the
Oh,
entry.
cool. Awesome.
Wait,
Okay.
I can
Very
find
cool. I should actually save, make a bookmark for the equipment section.
So, the Donahue is down following 13, correct? This is news. And I've got a suit as well, so I'm tagging along with Donahue.
Okay, cool. So it's you and Donahue and 13, and then Velky and where is Velky?
I was asking Dr. Albright if they needed assistance.
Okay, so you're with them.
If they were
Field recorder used to research alien flora and fauna in the field. Perfect. So you take a DNA sample, and it is collects DNA samples and performs basic genetic material analysis on foreign objects. Okay, cool. It's
What was
some
that?
kind of. I'm sorry.
Well, I missed what the device was you were just looking up.
The field recorder.
Field record. Okay, very good. Sorry.
Where was I? Fuck, I lost it.
Field recorder takes in all the data.
Oh yes, here. Back on this page. I need to read this description. Yeah, pale green spots mixed with the red blood on the floor. Yeah, it's some kind of alien genetic material, biological. And you're picking up traces of spores mixed in with it.
Spores.
You're guessing there's some kind of infectious spores of an airborne nature produced by some kind of alien life form. Or, I mean, by alien life form, it could be, plant or animal, but then again, this material resembles kind of something more of a, well, yeah, it resembles almost like a blood, So it's possible that you think it's probably more likely animal.
Can I
Fauna
ask?
rather than flora.
Animal.
I would like to relay that as well to everyone over the comms.
Now,
I'd
I would
like
like
to-
everyone to make fear saves, please. And everyone,
Disadvantage.
except for 13 has disadvantage, because even if you're not in the same room, you're all on open comms together, so it's going to still carry over.
I want to say that while I was doing this, I was pulling out my flare gun, getting it ready.
Okay. No problem. Anybody
And
who fails that fear save
Yeah, I failed.
gains a point of stress.
I failed. Yep.
Is there like a cap on stress? How does that work?
No. It comes into effect later when we have to make like panic checks and such, stress checks.
Newt failed, so one stress.
Yeah, just for the channel, Dr. Velke also failed.
Excellent. Also one stress.
Android 13
And so-
remains calm and cool.
What exactly did you explain to them, Dr. Albright? How's your bedside manner? What did you say exactly?
I explained that I found some animal-based alien DNA, and it looks like it's infectious and airborne. So if you're not in a suit, get in a suit.
All right. That's going to cause a panic test or check for the Marines who are not in suits. Now I'll roll for Charns. Where's my phone? Where did I put it? My goodness, I thought I had it here. Just a moment. Oh, it's right here underneath my book. Sorry, I have too many moving parts.
Ian,
I'll roll
did
for
you
Charns?
did you give the Marines that little boost we were talking about before, or is that just something to consider in the future?
I forgot all about it. It was meant to be done at the beginning of the session, so we'll have to do it in future.
A boost?
You should do
Yeah.
it now. Retrograde it.
Nope, not doing it in the middle of the game.
Damn it.
Now, there's been enough distractions already. So make Now, this is a stress test. What you're going to do is you roll 2d6. You want to
Okay.
roll equal to or no, sorry, you want to roll over your stress. If you roll equal to or under your stress, no, sorry, you want to equal to or over. If you roll under your stress, then you have a panic check. That's what it is. Sorry, I keep. Oh Jesus Christ! Well,
It's okay. It's okay. One more time.
Charnes is panicking.
So
So
under.
roll 2d10. Sorry, not 2d6. 2d10. Yeah, Charnes is panicking.
So
And you're
2d10
looking for total, not a
and under?
percentile.
Total. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking for total. The difference between 2d10 and a percentile.
12.
So.
And
roll
my
it.
stress is 6. So.
Okay. You're fine.
Okay.
You don't panic at all. Unfortunately, Charnes does. So
How
now,
nearby are we all?
they are back on the bridge. Who else was on the
So-
bridge?
I went to go
Oh no, I'm
investigate
sorry,
the
they
blood.
weren't. They weren't. That's right. They're both actually with everybody else, with the captain and the android, and who else was with the captain? Newt, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, me. Yep.
Yeah. So there we go.
Bogdan.
That's what it was. So let me look at my
am I-
panic table.
Am I there? Am I with Marines? I thought I was with Dr. Albright checking out the blood in the hallway.
Yeah, you're with Dr. Albright. You're not there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
grabbed the book and then I pulled out my flare gun because I wanted to shoot it through the doorway of a room we haven't been yet.
Why? Okay. What do we got here? Where's my fucking panic check? Here we go. So I have to roll 2d6 and add, or 2d10 and add his panic to that for the result. Now, he becomes anxious and gains 1 more stress. Okay. That's his panic effect. Now what happens?
Everybody else has
He
to make
gets
a fear
anxious and
save.
he starts to panic. So, yeah, when a Marine panics, every friendly player nearby must make a fear save. So that would be Newt, Lou, Donahue, and 13 all make fear saves. Of course, everybody except for 13 has a disadvantage on that. So you make it twice and take the worst.
$13 successful.
Yeah, everyone who fails is 1 stress.
Yep, everybody fails.
Okay.
gains stress.
Okay. I fail. Take a
I'm at
stress.
6. I'm at 6, just so you know.
Okay, no problem.
28. I'm
Doesn't
good.
matter. 28? You passed. So no.
Yeah.
Okay, great. No problem at all. You're good. All right. So he's mentioned now he thinks you have an airborne infectious alien virus. And of course, you 2 Marines have not been wearing any kind of vac suits or anything of that sort. So yeah, now you're both kind of freaked out a bit about that. But particularly anxious about it is Charnes. Now, what are you doing?
Getting as far away from the hatch as possible.
You're nowhere near the hatch. You're still back.
At the commander.
No, last room you guys were in. Hold on, I gotta pull up the map again. I've got 2 things here going on. You guys,
Captain's
last
quarters.
room was captain's
Captain's
quarters. Yeah.
quarters,
So
okay.
you saw the barracks, the head scientist quarters. Or
Dr.
the lower deck.
Albright. Dr. Albright, should we go to scientist quarter, try to figure out if they were working with some kind of infectious bioweapon? I do not know.
I would prefer to get off the ship if that's an option.
I fully agree. Over short range comms, the 2 of us doctors would like to leave right now. Just
You
stay.
guys will hear a doo, and I'll shoot a flare gun round into the head scientist's quarters as I walk down the long hallway.
Let me double check this here. It's flare gun isn't a flare gun, right? It's not something.
Oh,
Peabody flare gun,
no.
high intensity flare. Yeah, okay. It bounces off the door and is now spraying this hot light.
The door
Yeah,
wasn't
like
even
frozen.
open?
No.
Jesus, man.
Wait,
All
did
right,
you want to
I'll-
open the
I'll
door and do
run-
that? I was wondering why you wanted to fire it through a door. I was trying to
Okay,
figure out what.
if I can, I'll open the
You want to
door.
open the door.
Okay.
Okay, fire it in. Sorry.
I'll open the door. It's in my hand. The gun is in my hand. I open the
Gotcha.
door, what do I see before I pull the trigger, I guess?
You can see her desk covered by some kind of pencil drawings. There's some kind of cactus standing in the corner. There's a bookshelf with quite a few books on it.
Okay, well, I see that.
And there's some
Is it lit
journal
up?
on her desk. It's all lit by
Is it-
emergency lighting, very low light.
Is it a turtle?
Okay. 13, this is Captain. I think you should check out this room.
13's like standing right next to you, so you're all in the same hallway.
13 leans over his shoulder and says, I am looking in the room.
Yes, go inside and see if there's a dead body.
Very well.
Okay, yep, you don't see any body around. Nope. Just the pencil drawings on the desk seem to be made of plants. The cactus is a cow's tongue cactus. It has a name on the pot. It says John. The bookshelf contains a few poetry anthologies and some classic novels.
13, is there any spooky stories on the shelf? And grab the cactus. That would look nice in our ship.
Be careful that you do not allow the needles to puncture your outfit. Hence the biohazard.
I'm sorry, are we not on a bio lockdown and you want to bring plant onto ship?
13 was going to do scans on everyone that enters the ship. I'm sure he can study these plant cells.
Okay, so you say, Captain.
Space cactus named John.
There's a journal on the desk.
Well, 13 will check out the journal.
It is full of passionate entries about succulents, exobiology, and thoughts on the music compositions that she's been listening to lately. Her last two entries, however, cover one of the soil specimens from the asteroid they had been sent to take samples from. She is very excited to have found that it contains biomatter. In the final entry, she swears it has grown a lot since yesterday.
Is that about the cactus?
No. And that was 13. Anyway, you have not seen this, Donahue.
I'm sorry. That was
That's
out
okay.
of.
That's okay.
If it's a small journal, then 13 will stuff it into one of many pockets in his space
Sure.
onesie.
Yeah, you can do so.
No dead body. Shall we move on to the next one? Were there any filters in this one?
I believe you're not looking for filters. You're looking for a vac suit or something, right?
Yeah, whatever I can do to
No.
secure the humans.
No. The only other room off this hallway you haven't checked so far is the barracks.
Barracks it is.
So moving into the barracks. Oops, wrong way. Here it is.
13, I think we're going to have to send you back down the
Lost whatever you started to
Yeah,
say.
I didn't hear anything
Yeah,
about that. So
lost
13
it.
will just continue on to the barracks.
So the lockers all seem to have been left untouched. Mostly mundane possessions, except for you do find a chess set, a peculiar obsidian figurine, a flask of snake whiskey, a stiletto knife, 5 doses of Soma, S-O-M-A, and 36 credits.
Does 13 know what Soma is?
I'll tell you in a second. Let me look it up real quick. It's on this page in this book. Soma.
out of game. I want to say my trinket that I got on character creation was how to make space liquor, pretty much space
Yeah,
shine,
that's right.
space shine.
That's correct. 13, give me an intellect roll, please. And
Stand
do you
by.
have any kind of skill that would pertain to medicinal or drug stuff?
Let me look. I don't think I have chemistry, if that's what you're asking.
Right, that would be the one.
I've got
Did you pass your intellect check then?
easily first
Okay.
aid and no.
What you know about Soma, it's an illicit, illegal substance. it helps people to ignore stressful to block out their environment, to ignore stressful phenomena. But it also causes them to move a lot slower and affects their coordination.
So only use in times of extreme need.
And it
He will-
has negative effects in the long term on their overall ability to handle stress as well, although it helps in the short term.
He's going to pocket those for the safety
And
of
it's
the human.
addictive.
He's going to pocket those for the safety of the humans so they don't accidentally take it or take it under stress, and he will administer it or give it to the doctor at his first opportunity.
Okay, so you have 5 doses of Soma. One of the lockers, not foot lockers, one of the lockers has a caricature drawing of the captain taped to the inside titled Casper, Captain Killjoy.
"13 has very little humor. He's looking for filters or vac suits. Or
What was
arm-
that? What was that name from?
That's the captain, Captain Casper.
Yeah. Just the captain.
Casper, Captain Killjoy.
You,
Captain Kasper
Kowalski.
Oh yeah, his real name was
Kozlowski.
where'd you just read that?
It was one of the notes from the group chat earlier on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So,
If there's no vac suits, nothing of use like that, then we will continue on.
okay, you have checked out everything on this deck.
13 to the Marines. We have been unsuccessful in securing filters or vac suits. At least put cloth bandanas over your faces to stop the wet projectile types.
13. Can you give me
any of you guys who has an intelligence of higher than 30 knows that the android should be illegal to any biological agents of this sort. So there's no reason why he
Yeah.
couldn't go down to the lower deck and look for more vac suits.
I have 39.
Yeah.
13. You know, you didn't really
Not to mention
explore.
those of you with vac suits could go as well.
Mhm.
13. You sealed the hatch, right?
Between ships,
No, between the hatch to the lower deck.
to the cargo
Did
deck,
you? Yeah.
it was
Did you?
it was closed. I did not cipher seal it.
Okay.
no.
Okay. You know, you did pretty good with your foam. You want to give it another roam?
One would think we should secure the rest of the ship first.
We've been everywhere up here, I thought.
You have been everywhere up here.
He's stalling.
Uh, the ship seems fine, 13. It might take us a long time to get it pilotable. You know, I would like to try to sell the whole ship, but we didn't really see what the cargo is. We got to have something. 13, I need you to go back down there. Over.
Captain,
Go in the hatch. Over.
was that the captain that said that? I can't.
Yes.
Okay. All male voices doing female voices are freaking me out. Gotcha. Well, the
Would
captain,
you pretty please, with the cherry on top, go
if-
down the hatch?
if the standby captain wants 13 to go below, he will.
All right.
Going
So-
down for the captain.
You go
Going
over to the
downstairs.
hatch.
I have a suit, 13, so I'll be right behind you.
That would be ill-advised with the known biologicals below.
Okay, well, yeah, just give me a little shout if you
He's
need
got- he's got
something.
short
Then
range comms anyway, so he can tell you what he sees. So
Hey, we have a video comm that he can put on there so they can watch it as it's going.
you could borrow one of the links from the Marines. And they can watch it on
13.
the
Do you
other
want
Marines'
to
monitor.
borrow my? Do you want to borrow anything from me? Do you want my flare gun?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to shoot a flare gun inside of his ship.
Okay. So
Marines, do you want to give up one of your video comms instead of going down below with me?
yeah, Charles will give
Yeah,
up
I'm
his.
not. I'm okay. Yeah, Charles, you can just Charles once.
So you go back down to the engine room.
In the way down there, has there been any movement on the two foamed individuals?
Give me a fear check first,
Stand by.
because you're obviously nervous.
30. Easy save.
Okay, cool. Yes, the one that you double foamed to the wall is still struggling against it and trying to break free.
Has there been any movement as far as like had actually made some progress or just struggling?
Yeah, he's flailing around a little bit in there. He's made a little progress, it looks like.
13, this is Captain. I'm going to be accompanying you, and I'm going to descend into the engine room.
Okay.
You Marines are a bunch of pussies.
Before the
Please.
captain gets there,
Biological hazard.
he's going. 13's going to find where the head area would be on the double foamed one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Can you determine where the head is?
Yeah, sure.
He will pass his vibro shetty through it.
Okay. You
Slow and
stab
steady.
it.
Just push it straight in until it stops moving.
It keeps moving, keeps fighting.
Captain, I advise you go back up the ladder well.
13, stand down. I am trying to set the example, and that is my leadership style. Follow my lead. I said,
Very well.
Said what? You keep getting cut off.
I think I was going to say something else, but it was, yeah, pretty much just like I do, like I walk the walk to
Okay.
set the example for my crew.
Fair enough. 13
right.
will put the
You gonna
vibro
keep on
shetty away.
stabbing the thing, or
Nope. If it didn't work by pushing it through the brain, he's going to stop.
okay? Got it.
If it looks like he's going
I'm
to break,
I'm gonna have my flashlight out though.
if it looks
Okay.
like he's going to break through, he'll pop him again with another coating. If not, he's going to let it go.
So Ian, in one
Yeah,
hand,
you
I
can
have
pop through with another coating.
Ian in one hand. Once I got down there, I have my vibe shetty and
Mhm.
flashlight.
All right, cool. So there's only one door from the engine room. It leads into a hallway, and then there's 3 separate doors that lead to med bay, science lab, and cargo hold. Cargo hold at the end. So from this hallway, you can see tiny green particles floating in the air close to the cargo bay door.
I'm coming with them. I've got a suit on as well.
All right, Newt shows up.
Do we know what these doors lead to?
One leads to the med bay, one leads to science lab, one leads to cargo hold. They're all labeled.
Okay, so coming down this hallway, I would suggest 13 goes into the med bay.
Med bay it is.
So 13, you walk into the med bay. The room is left in disarray. The remains of an android are spread out on the floor. It has been cut into pieces with a laser cutter that has been left uncharged on the operation table. All medical equipment has been damaged in the struggle, but there are some supplies that can be found with a simple search.
Before anybody comes in, note that there's another body hacked into pieces. Do not come into this room.
Copy.
I mean, you guys can see it on his
Copy.
helmet cam anyway, so.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see
it's
that
a dismantled android, yeah. It's been not dismantled, I'm sorry, it's been cut to pieces with a laser cutter. Basically, it's
13, do you see any
leg, torso, head.
13, do you see anything salvageable?
There's a
Are
first
the
aid
body- are the bo-
kit. There's a couple bottles of pain pills. There's a couple of stim packs.
The pain pills and the stim packs he definitely keep to add to his
2
current.
pain pills, 2 stim packs.
Got it. And the first aid kit.
And so Captain Donahue and who was the other one that came down?
You said there was a vibro shetty still bouncing around the table. Is that right?
No, I did not.
Oh,
Who else is down here with you guys? Was it Lou?
I'm with the captain and
Oh,
Newt.
Newt.
So
Newt,
the-
that's right, Newt.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I've got my suit on. I've
So
got
the
my
cap-
laser cutter in hand.
The captain will go to shine her flashlight on the science lab and open the door and
Okay. So looking at the science lab, you can see the glass containment unit, which was being used to examine soil samples, has been smashed. There's another cactus here covered in a thick, pale green, slimy coating. On its pot is the name Robert.
Oh shit.
so my light shines over the name Robert. 13. I think these plants might have to do with the crew.
I think
Do you want to take a look?
I suspect they named the plants as a specimen, as humans tend to do, like collecting pets, and something may have grown.
Yes,
Out of
maybe
control.
I'll rename you one day.
Shall we continue inspecting?
The only room that hasn't been looked into so far is the cargo hold.
And the engine room?
No, you came from the engine room. That's where the hatch is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the last room left that we haven't.
The
Mhm.
cargo hold has definite signs of spores. Are we sure we want to open that hatch?
It's not a hatch, it's a door, but yeah.
We sure we want to open the door?
Who came down? Which doctor?
None of them.
None of them, no.
None of them. It's
Just
your
Newt.
chief engineer,
Oh,
captain, and 13.
Speaking of which, should either of us doctors go down there?
I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm going to talk on the short comment. Doctors, you have face shields. We got some spores down here. We
do
haven't opened the door.
We do have
This is kind of out of my
shields.
this is out of my jurisdiction. You guys want to examine? They got spores.
Dr. Albright, that would be your specialization. Do you want us to go down and inspect?
Are you sure we just can't leave?
13.
One
Bring me
second.
one of 13. Bring me one of the doctors.
Cut our losses.
Are you wait? Really quick question from Dr. Albright. Are you sure we cannot just leave?
We cannot just
Captain.
leave.
Captain. Sorry, Captain.
We're not leaving without something that can make us some money. We have this debt.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so
We could
let's
dump
go.
all the cargo and just take the ship, but I don't know.
We're not-
I
Let's go
think
on.
we should just dump the cargo.
Flip-
take everything.
Flip a
Official
a
salvage
coin
is
one
coming, correct?
Yeah, there is a.
Yes, we have. Maybe we should send you to work on the piloting box so
The,
we can.
the company is sending full support for this ship, correct?
Yeah. Well, they're sending some kind of response team, yes.
We need at least something. We need one cargo box. They're gonna probably come here and.
If you put who all has engineering? It was Dr. Velke and Newt, right?
me.
I have
yeah.
mechanical. I have mechanical repair for vehicle
Yeah, I mean,
specialization.
if you have multiple people working, you might be able to get the ship up and running sooner.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right, doctors,
that-
do you want?
Go ahead.
I was going to say I have engineering and mechanical repair and heavy machinery. So
if you don't want to look at the spores, maybe there's a way we can just shoot the back of the ship so all the cargo is sucked into space and we can get this thing kick-started.
and if this is a big cargo bay and there's any heavy machinery in there to operate, I can do that.
gotcha. I could also maybe cut hole and ship. If I have magnetic
Okay, so we're
boots.
gonna open the door to see if there's any machinery.
So the cargo hold? Okay.
Doctor, you don't want to inspect the spores before we do this?
I mean, are we inspecting the spores with a view to selling biological material on some sort of black market? Is that what we want to do?
Well, you know, there's a huge black market for xenotechnology. There's a very famous, well, not very famous, but it's anybody who's involved in kind of criminal type enterprises and undertakings would know that there's a xeno biological, like a xeno life form anyway, kind of trading station called Muto Station.
Oh, we could.
So this stuff is like worth a lot then, right?
Oh, yeah, alien stuff's worth a lot.
Okay. Okay, we'll go down and take a
Well-
few samples, I guess.
Well then, Dr. Albright, I will assist you in this matter.
All right,
Well,
so
thank you
now
very
you're
much,
all,
Doctor.
except for the unsuited Marines, standing outside the cargo hold. You can take a sample of the spore-like things that are floating around there.
Can I have
Tiny green particles.
13 give me? Can I have 13 give me a red jelly bean scan?
What are you talking about?
I'm
Well, no
assuming
one,
that
no one
scan
was
is-
gonna leave this ship back to ours until they got some kind of biological scan.
He doesn't
I
have that
want-
capability.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
would
he
like
does,
to-
does he? What do you got, 13? You got a sign?
13 has the standard layout for.
It was his idea originally, right?
That's what he said,
Yep.
yeah, so I don't know what he had
He's
in
got
mind.
the cybernetic diagnostic scanner.
I've got
Lay it on me.
Okay, so you have a diagnostic scanner. That's like a, what do you call the, what's the tricorder?
Tricorder.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
it's
gonna be
You do it-
cybernetic, so it's built into your,
I've got one of those as well. It's a cybernetic diagnostic scanner, right?
yeah.
Correct.
It's got a
What do you
med
want to do?
scanner
You want to check
and a
to see-
field recorder as
you
well.
want to check the
So,
doctor to see if she's
Captain-
infected?
Captain Donahue's main goal, right, to better the team, she was going to sacrifice maybe her suit to one of the her face shield.
Well, it'd have to be the whole suit, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, she would get the scan and and then sacrifice her suit.
But we
what's
need the
going on?
material, right? We need
Any
to collect biological material to sell on the black market. Right?
Oh yeah, you can't just sell a
That's what
spore
we're doing.
sample. You're not getting much for that. Like, oh
At-
yes, we
at
know
this-
this exists somewhere, but
at this point, if crew have not been exposed, then this is 13. I cannot let you remove your suits while you're on the ship.
13, that is why you are here. I'm glad to be with you.
okay. You're
Are
check the
we-
diagnostic scanner. Which doesn't seem to be showing any kind of infection or anything for Donahue.
So after this sample collection, we were going to open and see if there's some kind of machinery.
All right, you open the door to the cargo hold.
Very well.
Let's see. There is a tank tread tractor parked on the floor. Various tools like drills, small shovels, and tubes are left on the tractor's cargo bed. The external cargo bay door, airlock style door, whatever, has been welded shut. All the cargo boxes have been opened, and all their samples have either been devoured or tossed on the floor. Together with these tiny green particles, there's an intrusive stench of sulfur and decay filling the air. Oh, devoured by what you said, right. A large organism is seated like a fermenting dough in the middle of the floor. It resembles a gigantic gelatinous amoeba with tentacles like those of a sea anemone. The translucent blob is resting on top of what resembles a sludgy pile of human bodies in varying degrees of dissolution.
13
Shape
will
is
react
slowly
quicker than anyone
pulsating
else
and
and close the
shifting.
door.
Spores sporadically erupt from the newly formed cavities. Now, before 13 does anything, all of you have to make, let me check this here. First, make a fear check.
With disadvantage? No,
With
that's only for the
disadvantage if you're
Marines.
not an android.
Oh,
for
right.
everybody.
Easily
Son of a
saved.
damn. This was fear, right?
Okay, you take 1 point of stress, 13.
All right.
Yep.
This was fear, right?
This is fear.
Dr. Albright has failed.
Dr.
Hey,
Albright, you
I'll-
take 3 stress. Add 3 stress. Newt,
If you fail, you take how much?
you take 3 stress. Did you pass or fail, Donahue?
Fail.
You
Big
take
time.
1 stress still, only because I rolled poorly. Who's left?
Lucky.
Velky, did you fail?
Failed. Yep.
That's 3 points for you.
Jeez
You
Louise.
did fail, right? Maybe I misunderstood.
No, I did fail. I failed.
Was the
Newt.
alien surprised by our
Newt.
presence and took stress?
No. Character Newt is played by somebody, played by Mark.
Yeah.
Did he failed, yeah?
I failed and I took 3 stress.
Okay, cool. Just check it. And Lou?
Yeah.
The Marine? Lou? Are you
Uh,
there, Guru?
Player 7.
Sorry, muted. Sorry, I didn't think I saw this as well.
Yeah, didn't we leave the Marine upstairs?
The
Marines
Marines are
upstairs?
topside.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's watching on the monitor. So did you pass or fail, Lou?
Oh, okay.
Because you took
Didn't
the
know that.
camera so that people could watch, remember?
Not with disadvantage, right?
18.
You know what, Lou? You can make it
I still-
without disadvantage, yeah.
I passed either way.
You
13
passed?
and 14.
Okay, cool. So you only take 1 point. Now you all have to make a panic check. So everybody roll 2d10 and let me know if you rolled equal to or lower than your current stress.
13's good.
Just for actualization purposes, we're trying to get above
Ian,
our current stress.
Captain
You wanna roll
Donahue
low. You wanna roll
rolled.
low.
Donahue rolled over her current stress.
Okay, so you panic. Donahue's going to panic.
Oh, we want to go under.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So it's better to
No.
have more stress here.
No.
No. You don't want to go under. Oh, you
Okay,
roll
yeah,
over
that-
your stress. Sorry, Donahue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what he
Donahue
said.
passed. Sorry.
Donahue has a 7 and she rolled a 9.
She passed.
You're fine.
Yeah,
That
Newt passes, rolls a 10 with 8
Pass.
stress.
Okay.
Yeah, all right passes. He rolls
Albert
an
passes.
8 and a 5 stress.
Sorry, that's easier though. Yeah,
So it's
I just didn't know the rule.
under stress.
Over stress to be good.
You want to roll over your stress to be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. 9. I'm good.
You're good. Okay. And Dr. Velke
Did very bad and failed.
failed. He's going to
Rolled
panic.
a 16.
Roll 2d10 again, and this time add your stress to the total.
Okay. Let's see. That is a 24.
A 24. You go catatonic, unresponsive, and unmoving. What's your current stress at?
6 was what it all started out as.
You will be catatonic for the next 23 minutes.
Cool. Well,
Okay. Oh, and sorry. What's his name? Fucking Charnes. Charnes is going to panic as well. Wow. Cowardice. Gain 1 stress. Stress goes up again. For the next 1d10 hours, you must make a fear save to engage in combat or else flee. Well, he's not going to be engaging in combat. So, okay, you see this alien thing. Now, 13 quickly goes and closes the door, leaving the large alien amoeba thing in the cargo hold.
Stand back, and he's not even going to wait to see if they react, and he's going to fire his foam gun in a way to seal the door.
Okay.
He'll fire more than one if he needs to.
Yeah. Fire a few shots. No problem. Actually, it does 1 meter square. Yeah, probably
Yeah,
a couple shots. 2 shots probably do it.
Fair enough. Now, none of the doctors are down here with the catatonic individual, correct?
I am
One
a
of-
doctor.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, he
wondering
is
whether a
there.
stim pack would. A
That's what I was
stim
going to say.
pack-
Which of the things that he has with him would be best for this?
What do you mean? Medically?
Yes.
He's not
Yeah,
going to do
this-
anything to him for the next 23 minutes.
Oh, we have to carry him out.
So
Yeah,
a stim pack won't do it.
No. I don't think
Okay.
so. Let me double check. Maybe a stim pack does, since nobody.
And if
else
not,
is-
would that Sola do it?
No.
Stoma?
Soma.
Stoma?
Well,
Might do
maybe.
the opposite.
It might. I don't know. What the fuck am I looking up now? Stim packs.
Grants
Soma-
immediate 2d10 to
Stim
health.
Soma
and
had to-
temporary-
Stim packs are not going to do anything.
Soma had to do with stress.
Here, why don't we carry him?
The
Well, hold
captain's just gonna reach down and grab him fireman style by herself.
Okay. He's in a
So-
vac suit, right?
Yeah, 13's
I
gonna
am.
be thumbing through his medical log, see if anything else will work. He's got pain pills, stim
No.
pack.
Nothing's going to work. What are you going to do?
Back out
This-
slowly and get the hell out of there.
Carry him. Carry.
Okay. Who's carrying him? Captain?
Captain. She's
I-
setting the example for these men
Captain,
as
give
a
me
woman
give me a
carrying
speed
him.
check. And
Donahue,
can,
you and I, Donahue and I'll carry. Try to carry.
make that with disadvantage, and you can add
Oh,
athletics to
okay.
it if you
Yeah,
have it.
yeah. I passed, but let me do the disadvantage.
And sorry, what is it? Strength? What's the check?
I fail with the
It's
disadvantage.
just the captain. Speed.
Oh, okay.
You failed
Fail.
with disadvantage. What was your number?
39, and I have a 35.
It's fine. You struggle a bit with him, but and you bump him off of a few things, but you manage not to like shatter his helmet or anything. It's just awkward because you're in a vac suit, he's in a vac suit, you're carrying him around, banging into stuff.
She's just really wanting to like set the example.
I understand. Yep. So what's your plan? You've got this big alien in the cargo.
Oh, okay, so the door is sealed. I'm going back to the engine room, I believe, to take this body.
What body? Which body?
The one I'm
Cat-
carrying.
Catatonic.
Sorry. Yeah, not the.
When
you said
everybody
body
has
as you mean
passed,
dead.
when everybody
Yeah, I'm
has
still
passed-
living.
When everybody's passed through the engine room and going to the next one, 13's going to close that door and seal it as well.
Which one? To the engine room?
Yeah, so that no one can
Okay.
get into the hallway.
Okay.
And the captain is just going to take this passed out individual and just go to the airlock that was locked by 13.
Okay. So you
And
drag him up the stairs or up the ladder. I mean,
yeah, and I'm just headed in that direction.
and you're headed for the main airlock, which is currently locked with
And
a
red
cipher
jelly bean?
code.
Red jelly bean means that no one knows the code but 13. So
Right.
that-
So if I get there fine, I just rest him there.
Okay. Now, so you've got a situation. I suppose the doctor wants to check all of the crew to see if anyone's infected, right?
correct.
Yes, correct.
So,
13 will help if he can.
the captain. Okay, who was it that had the sudden intense hunger that I described?
That was
I
me.
think it was one of them. Yeah.
That was Lou. Okay, so
Yeah.
who was it that had the nosebleed? That was the other
that
Marine,
was
right?
the other Marine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, both of the Marines are infected.
We know this.
No, the doctor knows this, who is currently checking.
Okay.
you.
When the doctor's checking them out, 13 will call him aside and say, I have an indication on my monitor. Could you check this out, doctor?
Who are you
And
talking
when he
Sure.
pulls him over to the side, he's going to show him the Solma that he picked up. I found these. Perhaps we should give them. You should give them to the Marines to calm them down.
Captain
Yeah.
Donahue's going to pull out an empty pipe and say, I'm ready to get back to our ship so I can smoke this.
So how do they
Uh,
take Soma? Do we know? Is that like
I'm assuming some kind of. Doesn't really
sort of like
It sounded like
Well-
a barbiturate that would like just knock 'em
13
out.
yeah.
also has a bottle of snake whiskey.
I didn't bring the whiskey.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so can I go back and get it?
So,
where was it?
it
It
was
in the barracks.
Barracks,
yeah,
I
you can.
believe.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll be gone this round and I'll go grab that by myself.
13's going to give the option to the doctor to give the Marines this to keep them calm.
Yeah, I think
So
I'll administer the soma, and I won't tell the Marines that they're infected.
Okay, it'll calm them down from gaining any more stress for the next hour. There'll be a disadvantage on speed checks for the next week. And
Shit.
also, Lou, and I'll make mention of this to Charns. Your minimum stress, remember, was at 2. Your minimum stress is now 3.
That's fine. You'll get
So,
over it.
I
No,
guess
it's
I
permanent.
asked I
It's
asked 13 whether we have somewhere to isolate the 2 Marines on board.
One assumes we're going to isolate them here.
What's the plan then? You gonna isolate them here and leave them behind, or are you gonna
Leave them behind?
try to
Yeah,
get this ship
I
moving
would
and bring it
if
along
we
with
could-
you?
If we can get the uninfected crew off of the ship first, get them in the middle passageway, ensure that they're not infected, close the hatch again, and then carry on through the other side and confirm that there's no infection.
can I
leave-
come?
Leave the
Can I
Marines
come-
over here. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, can I show back up with the cactus and the snake whiskey? The cactus
Okay.
named John.
Okay.
Who
Sure.
is doing this? Which character? Everybody's
This is the
voice is on the
captain,
same.
yeah.
This is Captain Donahue. I'm
Wow.
reporting back with a cactus and a bottle of snake whiskey.
Why are we taking organic matter back onto our ship?
Can I scan that cactus with this field study scanner?
Yeah, sure. Want to
Just
see if it's infected with the?
yeah.
Yep.
It was noted in the log.
100% is.
Yeah, it was noted in the logs that the infection came from a soil sample. What are you thinking?
You never told me that. And then I dropped the cactus from chest level.
Pot
So maybe it,
shatters.
yeah.
Sad little
This
cactus
mean
walks
At this
over.
point, 13 is going to shoot the cactus with the foam to seal all that crap together.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up pretty soon. So what's the story? Are you leaving the ship behind, or are you going to try to fix it?
It sounded like 13 wanted the non-infected people to disboard first.
Yeah, we're well over
So-
2 hours here, so I'm just trying to expedite it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait and I'll
It's up to the doctor. I would assume that get everybody that's uninfected off the ship, verify they're not infected, get them onto the other ship, and then 13 and the 2 Marines will stay behind, and then we'll deal with it after that.
All right,
Yeah,
Doc,
sounds good.
Doc, give me a pathology roll. Once you're back on board your ship, of course, you have a plus 10% for your laboratory.
Okay, so I'm plus 10% for this. Yeah.
10% plus what's your pathology? 15% plus your intellect. So total of intellect plus 25.
37. So pass.
Okay. So the infection at the moment seems to be at a very low phase. And as long as they're not exposed to any more spores, you don't think that their condition will worsen. And you do know there is, like I said, I mentioned before, there's a place called Muto Station that specializes in xenobiological trades and things of that sort. Let me see. What is the? Oh, I need the right book. Hold on a second.
Doctor, once you've confirmed that everybody is safe on the other side, could you put 2 vac suits into the midway point and seal it up again so that we can have the Marines don it to get them secured
You
from
don't
this
have.
environment?
Oh, unless you use 2 of your own vac suits.
Yes. Skip to the
So
other one.
Ian,
Yeah.
the captain will remove her vac suit. She'll
Okay.
be in her one piece that she woke up in.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well take one off me,
Who is that?
Are,
Velky?
Velky.
are we gonna fix this ship? Because I made an early engineering pass, and Ian, you were saying that it might be 12 to 24
if you have
hours
multiple, if you
to
have
get
multiple
it.
people,
That's-
you might be able to get
yeah,
that
the-
time down.
Okay, so if you request the captain, I do have the mechanical repair. I could add a 10%.
So
the-
so why don't we do that?
Okay.
Because what
the-
Captain
the-
and I.
Before we get completely sidetracked, I'll finish what I was saying before. So, Dr. Albright, you know of a Dr. Diana Gallagher at Muto Station. She would be the person you think to talk to about this infection and a potential cure, if it can be
Diana.
potentially cured.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
on
so
our-
relay
on-
that.
on our ship, let's assume that the Marines have the vac suits on. They're no longer contagious. Where would we put them on our ship that would be the closest to the bay doors that we could secure them in?
Well,
Bay
It has
doors
some
that you
sort
can
of-
secure them. Oh, you mean from them coming through?
So
the
once we
airlock?
come through the airlock, the closest room sounds
We
like.
haven't determined where your airlocks are on your ship. Usually, there's
Oh.
at least two.
Just pick something reasonable.
There should be one in the cargo hold. So you want to put them in the cargo hold? That's real close to the brig.
yeah, we've also got a secret brig.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Cargo hold sounds
Yeah.
good. And
The brig-
13
the
will
brig-
stay.
The
with-
brig's not
thir-
hidden. The brig is right attached to the cargo hold.
Now,
I think yeah we didn't put that in the secret.
what doctor would we want to put them in cryo sleep so that they stay calm through this whole process and not perhaps the cold would make it dormant so it wouldn't grow anymore?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay.
All right, so we'll bring it to the halfway point. We'll get them donned into their suits. He'll do whatever checks he can check on his side based on the information the doctor's given him, make sure that they don't have anything on them. Get them in the midway point, check them again, spray them down with bleach, whatever he has to do, and then get them onto our ship and into the cryo sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get the Lou and Charnes into cryosleep since they're both currently infected with this alien disease or something.
And then have the doctor put his cipher lock on them so that only he can unlock them.
Yeah.
Because now it's a medical hazard thing.
Okay. So you basically have put the two Marines into medical quarantine inside their cryopads.
Exactly.
Excellent. Regarding the repairs of the ship, to see if you can get it functioning again to get it out of there before repair teams arrive. Who all has engineering and mechanical repair can work. Mechanical repair, at least, anyway, as a skill that can work.
Well,
It's
I've
not
got
medical
both.
quarantine.
I've got both engineering and mechanical repair.
Okay, I think
Yep.
Dr. Velke had mechanical repair.
Yeah,
13 has mechanical repair as well.
And Donahue has
Captain
mechanical
has the
repair.
basic mechanical repair.
Okay, the only person left out there is Dr. Albright because the other two are both in quarantine. Albright, do you have any mechanical repair, engineering, anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Okay, it kind of makes sense though. You'd probably be looking
yeah.
after the quarantine of the other two while the other
Yeah.
4 people who do have mechanical repair are working together to try to repair the bridge.
Here's something though. Will the repair? I can only get into the repair after 23 minutes minus how long it's taken to get me back onto the ship after I went catatonic.
Oh, right,
Oh.
right. Yeah. You were only catatonic for 23 minutes, so too. So,
Right.
So yeah, that's fine. Your fear thing, like I said, it was a 23-minute duration. That's already passed by now. I'd say that time.
Okay.
So let's see here. I rolled a 20%.
Where do the repairs have to take place? In the command room?
Between the 4 of you working together, it's primarily in the command room, yes. Because you're trying to get the controls back up, essentially. The engines work fine. It's just that the
Ian,
terminals
I want to
smashed out.
say I only have 12 hours to work in this environment,
Can we tow it?
minus what we've already done.
It'll
Why?
take less
Why
than
do you only
12.
have 12 hours? Oh, because of the air. Yeah, yeah,
Air supply.
yeah,
My vac suit, yeah.
yeah. I get you.
So
Well,
minus
what I'm trying to say is, like,
exploration,
the
I have.
With the 4 of you working on it, you can get it up and moving again in 2 hours.
Oh, fair
Okay,
enough.
so what I would
Right.
want to, I would ask, like, I can pilot this shitty station if we get it running, but I would want a crew also with me.
All right.
Sure,
Well,
I can help. I'll help out. I mean, I can.
Do we need any rolls or anything to get it repaired or no?
no. I've got it worked out.
Well, I was just saying 13 can pilot our ship, right? But I would at least want maybe both Marines, or who's left? Damn.
Oh,
Whoever
listen,
has.
I can help. Newt can help. And look, plus I can help fix any problems that happen.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to end the session there. You guys, we can figure out the nitty gritty details. They're not too important. The main thing is you've got the ship functioning. You're going to, I assume you're going to go to Muto Station
Correct.
because it serves two purposes. Number one, you can find out about a potential cure maybe to this virus. Number two, you can probably sell this alien life form. That's what they do there.
Now, do we want to tell the
So-
company that we're removing this ship? Because they're going to show up here and nothing's going to be here.
I'm going to assume you don't because you're technically stealing it.
Ian, I have one question.
Not
So
technically,
from
you're
our
totally stealing it.
from our ship, is there some type of autopilot we can set this one in that will follow ours?
I don't want to go into all of that right now. I wanted to end the session first, and we can pick it up. with
Okay,
next
perfect.
one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody gets 10 experience points.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
Great